What's going on, everyone? Welcome into another Forward Progress Live watch along presented by Fanduel. It's Thursday Night Football. New York Jets hosting the New England Patriots. I'm Rob Pizzola with you here for the duration of the night. Producer Jason Cooper, he's really upset behind the scenes. I know Jay already asked. Hopefully Jason's fantasy team wins this week. Not looking good. Not looking good. Jam-packed show tonight. Great guests. Suma in the first quarter. Second quarter, we welcome in Sammy P of Chicken Dinner and now of BetQL as well. He's joining us for the first time this year. Third quarter, China Maniac, one of the best prop bettors out there. And we finalize the fourth quarter with Jeff Feinberg, who, if you've been here for a Jeff Feinberg fourth quarter before, we're in for a real treat. We need to get straight into it. I agree with you, Anthony. Glenn, let's get straight into it. People have been messaging me, DMing me on Twitter. Hey, Rob, I wish you would give out more touchdown scorer props on these streams like you did last year. I know we won some big touchdown scores last year. Thank you, TJ Hawkinson. Haven't seen a lot of value so far this year. There are a couple guys that I am eyeing for tonight's game, both of them on the New England Patriots side. Now, if you watched me and Suma break down this game earlier today, I lean New England. It's not a strong opinion by any stretch of the imagination. I think the Jets guys are pretty accurately priced. There's a couple guys that are popping for me in the roughly 5-1 range, 9-2, 5-1. And that's Antonio Gibson and Hunter Henry. Thank you, Anthony. We're reading the same mail right now. 450, and 480, excuse me. Betting them individually, and I'm going to throw 0.2 units on them. 1/5 of a unit, $20, anytime touchdown scored. But when I look at this team, the Patriots especially, I don't really know how they move the ball through the air at receiver today. Some tough matchups across the board against this very stout Jets cornerback group. But Antonio Gibson got a higher workload last week against Seattle. It's a short week. I'm not sure they're going to run Ramondre Stevenson into the ground here. Gibson's a decent option. Hunter Henry, a decent option as well, considering he gets a million targets, especially with CJ Mosley out over the middle of the field. I think New England tries to attack with tight ends. So that's the way I'm going in the anytime touchdown market. If I had to pick a Jet, honestly, there's no one that pops. I mean, the guy that pops is Tyler Conklin. Just where he's priced now, Aaron Rodgers, I don't even know if he has the mobility, Jason, to get in there. Conklin has not seen targets this year. At some point, that's going to turn, but I'm not betting it. Just if you want to bet both teams so you have a chance, Conklin's the guy I would go to with the Jets, but that's not a strong opinion at all. Getting into props here. Want to talk quickly about Demario Douglas receiving yards. So this has been popped into oblivion. This was at 19.5 earlier today, got bet up to 24.5, took even more money. We're sitting at 28.5. I like to fade these market moves normally. However, there is a lot of news out there from Patriots beat reporters saying that there are designed plays for Demario Douglas tonight. And that's why this number is getting bet into oblivion. Some of you might have got a really good price, but that's why we're here now. I like the under where we are now. However, follow along with me. I don't want to bet it pregame. Fingers crossed, they involve Douglas with some plays, like scripted plays in the early going, get him some screen passes. We'll be watching for that. If they do, we're going to hit Demario Douglas under in game. But we're going to wait for that to happen. We'll see. But that's the way that I'm going to attack that. More in-game than pre-game, even though I do have an edge on the under. A couple other props I like. Again, New England side. Sorry, people. I don't pick where the value is. For me, a lot of the Jets stuff today is pretty accurately priced. But I'm taking Austin Hooper. I'm going back to the well for a third straight week. I'm taking Austin Hooper over. Jason's got him under here. I don't know if he wants to fade me or something, but we're going over on 9.5 receiving yards for Austin Hooper. Guy's getting a ton of snaps. I mean, his snap count through 2 games this year, 73. He only got 1 target last week. It was 4 in week 1. Again, I think the best path to success for New England, attack the middle of the field here. I'm going Austin Hooper over 9.5 yards. That's going to be a half unit, $50. Also, look at the point spread of the game. We got 6.5 Jets. Jacoby Brissett's lined at 163.5 passing yards right now. Like, this is absurd, in my opinion, for a team that's expected to trail for a lot of the game. I know it's the Patriots passing game. There's not a lot of explosive weapons there. But if you're buying into Jets blowout, Jets even, winning by a touchdown, roughly where the point spread is now, Patriots just can't run the ball all game. They're going to have to mix in some aerial attack. I think this is a little bit too low. $50, half unit, Jacoby Brissett, over. Okay, really quickly, some questions. Hunter Henry over 3.5 plus 110. I did look at it. He's kind of getting priced appropriately now. Don't hate it. Garrett Wilson plus 250. That's a great price on Garrett Wilson. If you can get plus 250, bet plus 250. Antonio Gibson over 1.5 receptions plus 135. Neutral. Let's just put it that way. Neutral on those. So that's the prop segment. This morning, I gave out an SGP. I'm going to build another one on the show before we start. But this morning, I talked with Suma. I played the keep it simple, stupid SGP this morning, which was short preparation for both teams. Maybe they don't deviate all that much from what has worked for them early on this season. And I'm not in love with it, but I thought it was a good price for what it was, which was Breece Hall, 40-plus receiving yards, Antonio Gibson, 40-plus rushing yards, Hunter Henry, 40-plus receiving yards. Again, this is just based off the fact it's short week. Patriots continue to attack the middle of the field. Gibson gets the touches he got last week to keep Ramondre Stevenson fresh, and Breece Hall is getting tons of targets out of the backfield. There's 3 players getting targets for the Jets. Wilson, Lazard, and Breece Hall. No one else there. Gibson over at this price is definitely a go. Before I build one more SGP, there is a poll in the chat below. Vote on it right now. Whether you want to root for the Patriots tonight, if you want to root for the Jets, if you want to root for the over, you want to root for the under, I will build an SGP around whatever gets the most votes. I love these bets, guys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this is the best type of bet ever for bettors. I like the lottery tickets. I think they make the games a lot more fun. FanDuel's got a million options on these. I love building them out, and I will continue to do that over the course of the year. But vote in the poll below. Smash that like button down in the poll below as well. Before we get to building that SGP, FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, all customers can bet $5. You get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. You'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game. FanDuel's the only book where you get this offer, so take advantage of it. It's running out. It's going to run out on Sunday. In addition to the offer, I love FanDuel's product. You guys see it on the streams every single watch along. It's a great app. It's easy to navigate, very clean, simple to use, and you don't even have to leave the app to access real-time stats and data when you're making your live bets as well. So visit FanDuel.com/forward-progress. Download America's #1 sportsbook. That is FanDuel.com/forward-progress. You must be 21 plus, 18 plus in DC and present in select states. The offer ends this Sunday, September 22nd. After a 3-week free trial, the full price of NFL Sunday Ticket will be automatically charged seasonally. You can cancel anytime. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. A YouTube TV base plan is required to watch YouTube TV. Redemption requires a Google account and current form of payment. And of course, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Seriously, if it's an issue for you, 1-800-GAMBLER. Make sure you give them a call. SGP for tonight. Jason, what do we got? What's winning the poll here?
I'm scrambling. Right now, the poll is
catch you eating.
Yeah, I was eating New England Patriots.
Okay.
Big Patriots won.
Okay, so let's build one. Let's build one live on screen right now. Sorry, you're gonna have to. I don't know if you ordered a steak from Hussein again tonight, a soggy steak or anything like that. But
I don't even want to show you what I'm eating. It's disgusting. But anyways, we'll still touch on that later. Let's get into the props. We don't have much time.
Okay, throw Pat spread in there really quickly. In order for the Patriots to cover tonight, what's got to happen, in my opinion, they got to be able to run the ball. That's what I'm going at. So I think we go Ramondre. I think we go alternate on rush yards, because can we do Ramondre and Gibson alternate rush yards each? Let's do that. Let's build one around the Patriots pounding the rock. Ramondre, Gibson 40 plus, I like. And let's go Ramondre 80 plus. Yeah, these are good ranges. I think if this happens, you probably get Aaron Rodgers. Do we want to get greedy? Do we want to get greedy is the question. Plus 945 is a good payout. It's not outside the realm of possibility that the Patriots can run easily on the Jets tonight and cover the spread.
There's also a 3-leg 50% profit boost up to $50 max. So if you want to, that's within your betting range, you can slap that on this bad boy.
Let's keep it at this, or let's play this right now. I'm going to just pop this really quickly in my account. And the numbers shouldn't move because it's all tied to the game spread. So we should be okay. Let me just get this in quickly. I think if I was going to add one more thing here, I might go Aaron Rodgers.
Under passing yards or over passing yards?
The problem is if the Patriots are running successfully, it means Rodgers is off the field for a lot of the time, right? So I'm thinking like under pass attempts or completions for Rodgers, because the Patriots are milking the clock. That's the next layer of this. Okay, this is
can't do it. Can't the SGP completions or attempts with SGP. So that's automatically no.
So let's go just because if I was going to do Patriots money line instead of plus 6.5, I would take Rodgers over on passing yards because they have to throw late game. But because we're going 6.5, let's just leave it at this. Leave it at this. I don't want to get too greedy. Go ahead.
I messaged you one earlier. I don't know if you remember it. I was gonna throw it out there for the chat that I bet. But it has something to do with what you were talking about during your little preamble there. So all I was looking at was I was looking at the exact same stuff that you mentioned. The Demario Douglas, the Pop Douglas unders, right? Yep. A lot of stuff designed to him. That screams negative correlation to me. So I was going to take his 4+ receiving receptions with his under 28.5 receiving yards. Hopefully we can get this in at the final whistle here. And just hope he gets
4+?
20 to 1.
Okay, you know what? I like it. I like the idea. It's Hitman was the first one that messaged me today kind of with the news and saying like, hey, there's some scripted plays. There's some stuff on Twitter about this. Let's do it. 20 to 1. I like where you're thinking. All right. I like what you're thinking there. Okay.
Sounds good.
That's 2. Actually, you know what? This is not bad, BS. You're right. Go under passing TDs for Rodgers. Yeah, if you want to add a 4th leg there, I'm in, and I'm in. I like the SGPs, but I can often get carried away by infinite possibilities. So that's where I'm going to leave it right now for tonight. And we might build some in-game. We always build some in-game, especially at the half every single time. Rodgers INT with that, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. But that's where we're at. Game is going to start here shortly. Just so everyone knows, for my rooting interest, I'll be rooting for Patriots plus 6.5. I took a Vig free cross on that. It's nothing crazy. I could see many scenarios, by the way, where New England just gets obliterated in this game. But good performance against Cincy, good performance against Seattle. I know at some point this team's going to fall off a cliff. At least I feel pretty strongly that they will. But they're playing good football right now. They really shrink the game quite a bit. And the Jets, to me, have not demonstrated that explosive offense just yet. It's fine. It's working, but nothing downfield. And it just seems like a big number to cover. So I did make the game 6 instead of 6.5. Not a lot of value, obviously, but that's where I'm at on this one. I noticed, Jason, while you continue to eat behind that back scene there, that nobody has wanted a parlay around the over in this game.
No, not a single person. And I'm curious to hear chat's thoughts. There was 5% was on the over.
Which is like unusual because I love to build an SGP around like alternate overs and just root for points. But no one sees this as a game. I get why, by the way. I totally understand why you might see this as a game that's not going to have points. As Fireman Ed is on my screen right now. Suma's idol right there, Fireman Ed.
I'm so afraid for this game because I'm worried we're going to hit the fourth quarter and it's just going to be a shit show. But anyways,
I might have to break out the guitar in the second half and rock some tunes or something like that. I don't know what we're going to do.
I got some stuff.
Got some plans.
Actually, I don't have much stuff prepped. Just a couple.
Maybe we'll do like a Board Game Geek, Settlers of Catan, or something like that.
Oh, I'll smoke you, but yeah, we can do that.
Also, if you want to bet,
I gotta get going.
All right, you're off. Good thing you're timing yourself. Let's bring in our man from Dusseldorf. It's Suma. What's going on,
Rob? How's it going?
How do you deal with these games where you bet Patriots but you're a Jets fan? Like, what's the rooting interest for you here?
Jets by 6.
Jets by 6. There you go. Yeah, well, but then it's like a little bit too much of a sweat, right? Jets on like a last second field goal is a little bit better. Tied going into the last possession is a good one. Okay, I'm gonna do the quick sync when I see the play clock for the first time. It's on Prime tonight. I think I'll probably be slow on my stream, but we'll see. Play clock's counting down now. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. That should be good enough for people to sync. Little play action in the early going. Who's that? Garrett Wilson? Yeah. Little short game there. Suma, you'll see that in 3 minutes on the German stream.
My play clock is at 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, so you're a good 30 seconds behind. It's good because I can give like the live commentary and you know what's coming and you can give some analysis afterwards.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Rodgers scrambling. And a slide. 5 or 6 yards. I was going to say cash that over on Aaron Rodgers rushing yards, but you can't actually because in case they kneel on the ball afterwards. Those are the worst beats ever. When you take a quarterback over rushing yards and then they just kneel afterwards, not great.
Some familiar faces in the chat.
Yes, we got Chosen, who no doubt still is believing the earth is flat today. Why would that change? We got Howdy, Drew. Got some new faces in here as well, by the way.
Drew, who is like 100% somehow German.
Furstenberger.
Yes.
This sounds. Listen, I wouldn't put it past some of the nails here just to make up a name, and that sounds like a made up name. Sounds like I mean, someone's been impersonating me in the Hit the Books chat, so easily could be.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. They just go in and fire off plays apparently, and that's it.
Oh, was that a catch?
It was a catch. And again, so like short passing game. Alan Lazard, nice little stiff arm there. Got to be careful with when I say nice little stiff. Yeah, look, Miami, Ohio +6. That's what these guys went in the chat and said. Yeah, where is Suma's favorite?
Research flat Earth guy.
Yeah, that guy's gone. We research flat Earth is gone. We unfortunately were not very nice to him, and he's never made a return after that. So
it sounds like George made friends with him though. Silfides, he mentioned that he talks to him on Twitter constantly. So
really,
maybe we got to get George. Yeah, you don't remember that? Oh, whoa. You don't remember that? Am I being gaslit right now? Chat, do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but also George seemed I was fighting his internet connection for a lot of that stream as well. That was the first deep shot I'm not saying it hasn't happened. Suma would know better because he watches all the Jets stuff, but that's like the first real deep shot that I remember Rodgers taking this year. Like that looked like a vintage Rodgers throw. Someone one-on-one, roll out to the right, give him a shot.
He threw some last week, but not that long, like 20 yards or something.
Yeah, I agree, Grin. I mean, he did look good on that one. Oh, that's a sack.
Nice.
So it's going to be 2nd and 26 here. And I can start to see why people did not want to build an SGP around the over. I can really see it. I was looking at like some drive stall numbers earlier. And like this year, when you take a penalty on a drive, the drive is basically cooked on offense relative to past years. It's just so much harder to pick up chunk plays nowadays.
Yeah.
Sack good for the live over. I mean, who wants? If you want to bet the live over,
Greco?
Yeah, people don't really know this all that well, but Francesco Greco messages me and Suma nonstop every day with the exact same things. Like this, he must just like copy paste the messages he sends to you directly to me, because when I don't respond to him, he then responds by saying, Suma has confirmed. Can you confirm?
Today, he sent me something and added Pizzola confirmed, my friend.
Sometimes I just confirm. I don't even read the message. I just confirm to make him happy. I can confirm. Yeah, I don't even know where he's getting this stuff. I really don't know where he's getting this stuff.
Pizza Wurstel.
There's our first Brees Hall catch in space. What did he get there? 9 yards? Yeah.
So drive over.
Well, it's 4th and 10 at the 43. What do you think Bob Saleh is going to do? I don't think he's going for it. I'll tell you that.
He's gonna punt, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Pick up those 10 yards so you can punt. At that point, why not just take a shot downfield?
Yep.
Right? Like you throw an interception downfield that acts like a punt anyways. I don't get it. Good to see Eric Churn back. Obviously, long lost cousin of Adam Churn in the chat.
Did he have another name or handle?
Who? Which one? Eric Churn?
I think it was Eric Chernoff and not Eric Churn.
It's very possible. There is a chance that Jason banned him from the chat and he's come back with a new name. That happens every now and then. No?
I did not ban anyone. I've never banned anyone. Everyone is welcome unless they're very clearly a bot.
I've seen you ban people before during the show.
No.
Wednesday best bets. You've at least put people in timeout.
I put people in timeout if they're being difficult. Other than that, then it's fine. But
what if they're very difficult or extremely
difficult? Very difficult. It's an instant click. So no, I definitely didn't ban Eric Chernoff because he's hilarious. Like he's my favorite. So Eric Churn, can you confirm if you're Eric Chernoff?
Eric Churn.
Can you please confirm, my friend?
Please confirm. Regards from Germany, from Suma. I got to quickly check the likes of the stream because we got to get the likes up. That's very important in the early going that we get the likes up. YouTube, I mean, this is a joke, people. 72 likes right now, 257 watts. Come on, people. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Come on, smash the like. It's that simple. Also, I don't even know how this is possible because I see so many familiar names, but half of you watching right now are not even subbed to Forward Progress. Takes 2 seconds to sub. Hit the subscribe button down below. If you want, you can turn on the bell notifications, get notified whenever we put out new content. And if you don't want to put on notifications, don't do it. Don't do it. But just at least subscribe.
What are you drinking today?
Me? I have it's a little too early for this, but I have a venti pumpkin spice latte right now. I'm addicted to these things, man. It's like
the Knish path of life.
Yeah, I'm in worse shape than he was at his peak. I'll tell you that. I've had like 4 coffees today, and then I went to get another one before the show even started because I'm not sure. Wasn't sure I could make it through. Yeah, I was up early today to record with you, Suba. That's like, you know, I didn't really, once I was up, I was at the screen. Tons of NFL movement today as well. Tons of news. George Kittle on the injury report. Somebody whacked the Falcons down to 3.
What's the current price there?
Let me pull it up in front of me really quickly here. I try to close the odd screen before before the shows, just to
seems like
we're still at 3 shaded KC, and that was after the RAS release as well.
Yeah,
like so.
There's someone in the marketplace that likes the Falcons.
Yeah. RAS played KC back. It didn't move anywhere. It didn't even move anywhere. Listen, I'm gonna. Apologies, Johnny. I know you're probably watching in the background here. Who is better at their respective job, Ohtani or GRP? I know for a fact Johnny had Ohtani under 1.5 bases today. Guy ended with 17 total bases. Couldn't make a worse bet in your life if you tried. Although actually I bet the Carolina Panthers week 1. So you definitely could make a worse bet in your life. Definitely could. Stevenson for 1 yard. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 for the Patriots. This is what's going to decide the game for them. I mean, I think they were 50% third downs last week. I could be wrong on that. Let me just New England numbers last week. No, 6 of 16, but still pretty solid. Oh, free blitzer. Well, that's a bad drive for New England's offense, I will say. That's a bad drive. Not much time off the clock.
Just out of curiosity, do you guys are you guys interested in the, when it shows that little red circle around the blitzers? Do you guys care for that? Do you like it on the Amazon Prime stream, or you don't really care for it?
I'm going to be honest. I never even noticed it at any point. Fair. It's like it just blends in as I didn't even realize it was there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm not one that gets annoyed really easily. The only things I find incredibly annoying are when Jason comes on screen for a long period of time.
Is there anything special on the Prime stream?
Not that I've noticed. I mean, there was a pregame. I was watching pregame, and they're interviewing Bob Kraft, and this guy can't hear a word. They're asking him questions, and he's just sorry, what was that? And the girl's trying to get him to talk faster. Sorry, I said the girl. I don't know what her name was. The sideline reporter or whatever. But she's she's trying to get it to throw back to the, and he's just talking about Drake May, and he's like, I'm not going to take credit for the pick. We have a very analytical team that did, and she's just and finally she wraps up. And she's like, okay, thanks very much for your time. And he's like, I'm sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear that. And she's trying to get out of this so quickly. It was the most uncomfortable interview that I've seen in a long time. Couldn't hear a word of it. Oh man.
What is Prime Vision?
Yeah, I don't know what this stuff is. Prime Vision? Jason, you might know. You're hip. You're hip to this stuff. You can come on, man. You don't have to stay behind the scenes forever. No, he's not around. He probably just went to take a shit or something.
I'm on.
Oh, okay, there.
I got to set up the timer. I have no idea what it is.
Are you actually timing your on-screen, your airtime tonight?
You told me to.
Yeah, I mean, I want to do a bell system, I think, at some point.
What do you mean by bell system?
So that's actually how long you've already been on air today.
3 minutes, yeah.
3.5
live
minutes?
for 30 minutes.
Whoops. I know. Yeah, don't accidentally turn it off. Oh, okay, you know what? Fun. I like that you're keeping yourself honest. I like that you're keeping yourself honest.
What's as a I guess the chat can chime in on this too. What should be my time allowed on screen? If someone puts 4 minutes, I'm gonna be pissed. But I'll let you guys think about it. Rob, think about it, and then we'll retouch.
What's a fair amount? Like a percentage of the total stream, I think. You're above 10% right now. That's too much. 35 seconds. Yeah, does he like if he jumps in at a bad time, does it count as like a 10-second runoff or something like that? Do we give him penalties? Do we treat this like an NFL game? Seems like people are
idea.
Yeah, 5 to 10% seems okay. Wow. I didn't know
stuff.
Wow, there's a lot of people really commenting right now in real time on this. This is like one of our people feverishly have opinions on how long Jason should spend on stream, including Jason's cousin right here as well.
Who is Jason's cousin? Jason's cousin?
I only assume this person is related to Jason in some way. I only assume that.
Oh no, my burner account. You discovered me. Oh, this is so. We got to find a better system than to just for me to hold my phone on my chest. But
yeah, I don't know.
Keep myself accountable here. I keep switching to my time. You can also kind of see the reflection of the background.
Yeah, and you might accidentally switch tabs to incognito mode by accident as well, right? Which could be a real problem.
Yeah, and I'm getting I'm getting texts too, which is not good. Going to dox people.
Yeah, exactly. Allen is in the game at running back on the second series.
Bryce Young or Hitman?
Oh man. I think people who drafted Breece Hall in the first round of their drafts are not going to be too happy with Braylon Allen being in the game.
Whoa. No fantasy talk. No fantasy talk in this stream. No fantasy talk in this stream. Move along.
Oh
man.
Yeah.
I only watch for Jason.
And that's again. He must have sent out the stream link to his family tonight or something. Seems to be a lot of people in here that are Jason supporters. Who is that? Ruckert? Is that a Ruckert sighting?
Oh really?
Oh, Jeremy Ruckert. I forgot he existed.
Man, that start of the Pats offense was really, really bad. Oh man. So GRP wins was tweeting he likes Sam P. He's going to watch the second quarter.
Well, let's see if he can figure out how to use the chat because he doesn't seem to be too tech savvy, unfortunately. What? And I guess that means he doesn't like you, Suma. Doesn't care enough to. Oh, what a stupid penalty.
For who?
Tavai basically slammed Breece Hall into the ground. I will say I'm not listening, so I don't know if the whistle had went or not. But it was like a pure body slam. He seems upset that he took the penalty. It seems very clear to me that it was an unnecessary roughness penalty.
Don't know, man. I feel like sometimes this doesn't get flagged at all.
And I will say, like, now that I've watched the replay, it's pretty soft.
Yeah.
It's pretty soft. I'll be impartial. Like, if I thought it looked worse than it was. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad on slow-mo. I agree. I mean, if that happened in the Chiefs game, you can only imagine what the reaction would be.
Oh, yeah.
You can
25 yards.
Yeah. Yep. They would call for a suspension. Ooh, Jets running game is working right now. Jets running game looks good.
Did not expect that.
Where are we at? 21? So there would still be touchdown scores up right now. It might be worth it to bet Ruckert, man. What's this? I've seen Ruckert in the game a few times. Do I want to do that to myself? Lose money on Ruckert first touchdown score?
What's the price?
It's going to come off the board in 1 second. I'm too slow. Too slow with this stuff. Oh, play action. Did he catch? No, they're saying out of bounds. I'd like to see that one again. I'd like to see that one again.
Today I'm on a crazy delay, I feel like.
Oh, definitely out of bounds. Definitely out of bounds.
Garrett Wilson, not a pros pro. Not a pros pro. Still making those college level mistakes.
No Drake London, right?
Feels like a play that he should usually make.
No Drake London. Also, quickly, hilarious George tweet that I can pull up when you guys want to see it.
Which George? You got to be specific. Oh, there we go. No salad in the teeth this time. The game is not on regular TV, so I have to watch it in a sports book. The average IQ here is about 58. And that's probably about the same amount these people have bet on the game. That is a good tweet. Oh, man. Oh. First and goal from the 10.
This guy stinks. Oh, chat is spoiling.
Yep. It is. Lazard is in. Almost got his shirt ripped off of his entire body. That's the, I want to say at least the second, maybe the third time that they threw like a quick screen to a receiver and they picked up some yak. I think it was Lazard the first time too, actually.
Yeah.
He's one-on-one with Austin on the outside. Yeah.
Could have tackled him.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, if the Pats are behind like 14-0, that's not great.
Oh, it's you could put a fork in them, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to have to pass on this defense to get into the game. That would be a real problem. A real problem. Let's see updated live line when it gets posted here, Jason, out of curiosity.
I am Moretto.
10.5 minus 120. Patriots 450 money line. 38.5 minus 130. So we'll see if this is the drive that Demario Douglas gets involved in. It's Patriots.
Do we have anything on him?
No, because I do like the under because it got steamed so high today from Hitman's release plus someone else's release. But there were some things out there on Twitter that they were going to incorporate him a little bit more in the scripted plays, so to speak. So I'm wondering if they do that, if we can get a good live under at some point on Demario Douglas. So far hasn't happened, but they've had 3 offensive plays. So
yeah,
nothing I really want to do. I'd be very interested. Ooh, pop Douglas plus 260 to catch a pass this drive. You know what? What? Maybe we do that. Maybe we do that. $275. All right, let's do it. Demario Douglas, let's go $30 if you want to lock it in, Jason. I like doing stuff like this because I am betting my own money, but I can always blame Hitman if it goes wrong. Can blame Hitman. It's kind of what I live for, honestly. Well, okay. What are you Germans talking about in the chat here? What is the Kolsch style?
Have you ever drank like Kolsch style beer. I think there are some IPAs Kolsch style in maybe Canada or at least California. I don't know. I know that was it Dinzig? Dinzig once had like a Kolsch style.
Yeah,
IPA.
but he's an alcoholic, so
yes.
I always see him drinking something. I don't think it's really healthy for him. If I'm being completely honest with Drew.
But he looks good in the pool.
You know, I've been noticing something, Suma. I hate to attack you because English is not your first language. You are German and you learned English. But there's one word that you consistently mispronounce. Does producer Jason know what it is? You can come in, Jason. Don't worry. I'm not going to... You're not using too much time.
I have no idea what it would be. Can I get a hint?
No, I'm just going to spell it out, and then Suma will say it.
Okay.
RECIPE.
Recipe.
Said it a few times. Douglas!
Get him! No! Get him!
Yes! Well, cash that bet. And Suma, it's recipe.
Recipe. Oh.
Recipe.
Great recipe for success.
Yes. Oh, man. Wow. It's fun cashing live bets immediately after you bet it. That was ruled a pass, by the way, for people who are questioning whether or not it was a pass. On the official box score, ruled a pass. Who's that? Polk? Okay, 3rd and 3 incoming here.
Unfortunately, it was only for 2 yards.
Yeah, it's okay. I just needed him to catch a pass on this drive.
For those who also played my little SGP beforehand, they're rooting for that. Under yards, over receptions, 4+ receptions.
Yeah. Going to be awesome when Fanduel just kicks us to the curb. They're like, yeah, even your loser producers hitting SGPs now. We're gonna have to put this to an end.
We got to keep an SGP tally because technically I'm ahead of you, but we didn't really officially give out that.
Here we go. We go. Just wait till our downtown studio is built for the watch-alongs, and we bring in the wheel, and we play a few games. We'll get some money thrown down on this, Jason.
Okay,
you'll get a chance to prove your worth. You'll get a chance to prove your worth. If only we could get a friggin' internet connection installed in that. Building.
Don't even get me. I'm saving that for the fourth quarter.
You had to deal with
rant. Oh my god.
Property manager Ron. Yeah,
we're not
a great guy.
We're not talking about this now. We're gonna flip the script on you and ask why you're drinking a pumpkin spice latte. 81% of the chat does not drink pumpkin spice lattes.
You tell me you put up a poll for that.
I did put up a poll.
I have never heard that before, to be honest.
Good. There's no point of having one, Suma. It's just sugar and spice and everything not so nice. Like that's all it is. I would not drink it. I've drank it once.
Does not sound like the proper coffee for a diabetic type 2 guy.
You know what, Suma? You bring up good points. My friend. Yeah.
Oh man.
Excited for the Giants-Panthers game. Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. Yeah.
Germany's been treated to they're running some serious play action here. Who's that? Hooper. No, Brissett. What are you doing, man? That would have cashed a second bet right there. Jacoby.
At least they're moving the sticks.
Yeah. He's wide open. You got to hit him there. You got to hit him. You know, when Austin Hooper gets open, it's a real problem it's a real breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, man.
So weird watching a guy decked out in jet swag upset that there was an incompletion. Oh, he's going to get sacked.
Did they blitz again?
They did. I think because the flag must have been, it came out right at the snap. It was probably like a illegal formation or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little too far off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a backup left tackle. What are you gonna do? Yeah, this is a problem. Like I know they had like I don't even want to say they had success because Jacoby Brissett's 4 of 6 for 16 yards. But they gotta find a way to run the ball like they seriously do.
Yes.
How many New England offensive linemen are out tonight? Left tackle, left guard.
Yeah.
Left tackle, left guard. Vidarian Lowe, City So.
I cannot remember that City So name. So I always have to look it up. I don't know why.
Like you can't remember just the name itself or
Yes.
I don't even know if I pronounced that correctly. Because once in my head, I don't know if other people do this, but once I see something on paper, if I haven't heard the name before, I start to just say it in my head. And then it's permanently ingrained. It will be wrong for the next 10 years if that's not the correct name. Yeah.
Nice punt.
Brissett holding his rib. Did you notice that?
Oh, I did not see that.
That's
I would
back
guess
up in the
it
league.
happened when he got crushed by like 2 Jets defenders.
Yeah. If you don't think I would immediately mash Patriots if Drake May was coming into the game. I don't know why. I just have a very good feeling about Drake May.
Yeah.
It's built off of nothing. All right. There's some really weird questions here. I don't know if this is like sexual innuendo or what this is. Do you like Turkish kebab?
We are a big time kebab country. So you basically go outside and in the radius of like, I don't know, 500 meters, there's going to be a kebab shop.
I'm a big kebab guy as well. Not going to lie. Who doesn't
like
enjoy a good kebab?
You spell it kebab?
I don't know. I spell it like this guy spelled it.
Pronounce it kebab. I meant to say.
Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. Doner. Do you know what doner is? You ever had doner?
We call it Döner in Deutschland. In Germany.
All right.
But it's with an O and not an O.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a catch. Is there a flag or something? Yeah. Wow, Breece Hall with the hands, man. My goodness. I don't know yet. The refs are. I think it's going to be like a holding penalty, if I had to guess. Just based the way these guys are pointing at each other.
Oh, nice catch.
Yeah, it's coming back. Conklin with the hold. Clock will run. And, he seems very confused by this penalty. Very confused. And
people keep sending questions about the Sturm Graz fixture. I have no clue, guys.
Sturm Graz was like, did they play a Champions League game today or something? They must have.
Or EuroLeague or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not following soccer that much anymore.
This was your last play, Suma. Let's make it worthwhile. It's just a Bryce Hall run for 5 yards or so.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Jets fan cheering for the Patriots to do something. Always great. Always
Jets
great.
by 3. Let's do this.
Are you staying up for the rest of the game? Or you?
I will continue to watch it because I still have some beer left, and then at some point I will just crash.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good one. Good to see you,
Enjoy
Suma.
Enjoy the rest of the night. See ya.
You too. Suma, everyone. Very gracious. It's like 2:50 a.m. in Deutschland right now. But you know what? I'm saying this because he can still hear me backstage because he's still here. We're hitting the upgrade button right now. You know the meme? We got Suma's face. Upgrade. Sammy P. BetQL Daily. Chicken Dinner Pod. What's up, Sammy?
Just did an hour 10 chicken dinner live. I'm feeling great. And I'm starting this new trend where I just do a shot when any of my guests leave. And I had 3 guests today. So I don't know that I'll be doing more than water on your program, buddy, but we'll see what happens. I think I'm going to take. Did you see our guy, the bartender, came Jets today?
I did not see that. I did not.
So,
oh, by the way, I saw that one guy this week that's like called you out on the shtick. He's like, "Oh, it's time to retire this," and it's like, just like mute, unfollow. Like, what are you doing, man? Just like move on with life. Some of these people are too much.
He doesn't even follow. That's the best part.
Yeah.
He doesn't even follow the actual account, and he hates the bartender, even though the bartender is picking 42% over 4 seasons, 30 games under 500. I would argue you should want to know who he's on. I mean, you can make a lot of money betting against the guy. I mean, what's wrong with 42%?
It's hard for me to like blind fade someone. It's really hard for me to do that. But we all have that one friend who is just, you feel like everything they say, you're just so scared when they're on the same side as you in anything. You're like, oh, like, do I buy out? Like, what do I do? This guy never wins. So you have the bartender. I have a close friend like that. I'm sure we all do. I didn't really believe in blind fading either until I saw Book It Trent. And then once that guy came on the scene, it was like, holy geez, this guy, he can't win a bet for real. But I saw your guests today. I got to admit, I'm very open and honest person. Me and Jeff Nadeau had some spats back in the day, pre-Barstool. He was not my kind of guy, and we let each other know on Twitter. But what's he doing now? He was like doing crime podcasts or something, right?
Yeah, he's out of the gambling space. I mean, he still bets. You know, he bets pretty nice limits, but he doesn't want to give picks out anymore, which I think we could all understand, right? You know, people hate you every time you lose, and when you win, they expect it. But yeah, he's polarizing, but he never did anything to me, and he gives me some stuff, so he's cool with me. What do you got here? You got anything pregame here or no?
Yeah, so I have 6.5 plus 100 Patriots.
I'm telling you, this back door is going to be wide open. Now, will they get inside it? I don't know. I heard you and Mr. Recipe talking about Drake May. I wish they would pull the trigger too, because this Brissett thing ain't it. But there's been a lot of bad quarterback play, man. How bad's Caleb Williams been the last couple of weeks? You know, a lot of bad quarterback play. So I think giving this kid the time to develop and not go out there and get murdered behind a line that has nothing, I don't think it's a bad idea to let him sit. But I mean, I can take 13 live right now. Are they going to lose 27-3? I don't think so.
I just don't know. I feel like they can get into a game state where they don't have any hope real quick, though. Like they need this play really upset me watching this one right now. Like Rodgers rolling to his left. Okay, he picks up the first down to Lazard. Like, make the tackle at that point. Don't let him pick up another 20 yards. You know, Peppers is now going into the medical tent. Like, everything that I hate about betting bad teams came to fruition on that one single play right there. On that one single play. But what are you going to do? That's football. That's football.
Yeah, live total 30, call it 37, give or take.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing about the Jets here. If they go up, say they go up 21-0, this over is going to turn into another. Like, it might be trending over, but then it'll turn into an under because they'll just sit on the ball in the second half.
Agreed. And the Jets will just make the Patriots beat them. They'll just give everything underneath. Patriots will take 4 yards at a time, like Jacoby is apt to do, and it could turn into a real slog. But Jets offense is moving it. Like, another running play here. Allen for 11 yards. If they get the run game working, it will be a good offense. It will be.
All right. Well, I tell you what, all that said, I just took a 14 live.
Okay. There you go.
I mean, come on. I understand it's not going in our favor as they're now in New England territory. But 14 to me is a little steep, and then watch them lose 28-7. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like that Jets defense has not been great. If you do the math on how they've been in totality this year, hasn't been great.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for that one broken play or that one. You need Stevenson to break like one run, and that could get you in the back door. Especially, well, maybe not you, but maybe me.
Yeah, whatever. And it is what it is. Like I'm okay. I do a lot of crossing, and we just like I'll take like vig free bets on games where it's a very small edge just to maintain good relationships with other people, and that's it really, and have a rooting interest, honestly.
Big stop there. Big stop there for them. If they can hold a field goal here, you know that 14 is going long gone, at least for now.
For now. You could set up a nice middle for yourself. Could be a nice middle there, as the people say.
Yeah, well, it's so funny because I think the expected, with the algorithm here, I think they're thinking, let's just protect ourselves on a touchdown. But, if it becomes 10-0, that 14 becomes 12.5, 11.5.
Right. Yep. Maybe. Yeah, exactly. By the way, Patrick says guest rip and live bets. Love it. I've known Sammy for a while now. Listen, there's people that are very inauthentic in this space. They might recommend stuff and they don't really bet it. Sammy's not one of those guys. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah. By the way, I forgot to bring something up to you. I know he's one of your boys. Shipper, right? He's one of your guys.
I wouldn't say he's one of my boys.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought he was one of your guys.
I respect Shipper a lot. I've personally had some run-ins with him before. He's super sharp person,
of course.
But I've never met the guy in real life. I wouldn't call him one of my boys, and he wouldn't say Rob's one of my boys either. Like that wouldn't be. Yeah.
So I remember I had you on Chicken Dinner a couple years ago, and I had done like I did like hard math, and I did the incorrect math and like tweeted it out, and like it was a bad tweet. It was about like taking Lakers in 6 or 7 as opposed to Lakers series, and I messed up. It was a Freudian slip, and it was in 2021.
Have we lost audio, or have I lost audio?
You just muted on your end, Sam. You might have accidentally pulled out your mic.
I don't know how I did that. I did not pull it out. I didn't pull anything out.
Hopefully you didn't pull it out.
No,
we can't have that.
Definitely. I was trying to bet, and I think I hit mute. Oh boy, that's not good. As they get inside the 10. But anyways, so I get the job, and Brett McMurphy says something like, "Oh, Sam's very talented. This is a great hire." And your guy Shipper quoted Brett McMurphy's tweet and posted the screenshot of the tweet that I put up 3.5 years ago. And I'm like, what a dick he is. Like, what a dick. He's just a dick.
Yeah, I could see that. I suffered from, I went through my Twitter career. I went from being a very square bettor to doing this for a living. And I will always have tweets out there that are just not reflective of who I am today. And it really bothers me when people do that, honestly. I don't have motivation to, I have motivation to destroy some people, but yeah, I'm not going to people's like employers afterwards and being like, oh no, like you shouldn't have hired this person or whatever. That to me is a little too much.
Then I sent him a DM and I'm like, Jesus, man, like, can we move on now? Do you feel you've been saving this for 3.5 years? Can we all collectively move on from one tweet? Like, big day in my life, and that's what you want to tweet? I just thought, what a dick he is.
There's also like a sense of community within some of these gambling Twitter sharp guys. Like, they're gatekeepers. They all think that they're the gatekeepers of gambling Twitter together. And I would lie to you if there's certain things that don't bother me in the space, because they do. Oh, 1 second. Conklin, incomplete. Okay. It's a dick move. But he would, you know what, Sam, I don't know if you guys had a conversation through DMs. I bet you he would admit to being a dick to you.
No, he didn't respond. Of course not.
Yeah. Yep. Well, no, not my guy, I will say.
But, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. How's the new gig going?
It's going well. Did they just get in there? Oh, 4th and goal coming up, buddy. 4th and goal. They going for it from the 1. Sirianni would kick it, wouldn't he?
Sirianni would roll out. Definitely, it would be a passing play. We know that, right?
Sirianni would do something stupid. I think he's down. They're showing the replay here. Breece Hall right at the goal line.
Yeah.
I think he might be in.
It's close. I think he's in. I
did not ask you a question. What is she doing? I wasn't talking to you, Siri. I got mics getting muted. I got Siri talking to me. We're trying to gamble with Rob here.
Yeah. It looks to me like he's in. Also, like here, I'm just listening to who is it? Terry McCauley here. The one thing that also bothers me about, he's saying like, let's see if they replay assist this or if they have to challenge it. Like, when do they just randomly determine like we can replay assist this and just call down? Like, why is it not all replay assisted or all challenged? Why is there some arbitrary decision that's made at some point? I don't understand that.
I just think you have to account for at least 3 situations in every NFL game where the refs have to make it about themselves. That's basically what it is. Whether they're right or wrong, like I remember being in the back of the Superbook one day. I was writing a story during the Super Bowl. It was Bucs Chiefs. And this is the year that Brady won the Super Bowl. The Chiefs were down, I think, left and right tackle.
Yep.
But they flagged Brady down the field on his first touchdown. I mean, it was 3rd and 5, incomplete, flag. 3rd and 7, incomplete, flag. And they were just like, every time they threw a flag, the guys just went, yeah! Because they call it refs back there. They don't call it NFL, they call it refs. So Chiefs had probably 6 penalties in the first half in that Super Bowl. And Brady got the trophy and everybody was happy, at least in the league office. But the refs always, every game they do something.
Yeah, they're a talking point in so many of the games. It's actually hilarious how often they're a talking point in some of these NFL games. I wanted to get your take on something because I'm very passionate about there's the Hall of Fame class that's up for this year in the NFL. And I very, very vehemently, I'm a Cowboys fan, right? I gotta point that out here as I make this take, because it's not rooted in Cowboys fandom. I don't think Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. Because to me, I get that he's won the 2 Super Bowls. I get it. He made some huge plays in the Super Bowls, some luck driven, but he made some huge plays. The play to David Tyree, don't even get me started on how every single play that year where the quarterback got wrapped up was blown dead. But for some reason, they let that play go and he threw it downfield to David Tyree. But Eli Manning had an amazing defense for both of those playoff runs. Literally, the defense won them several of those playoff games. And number 2, he was never even close to being an elite quarterback in the league. Like, he was never close. You never talked about Eli like he was a top 5 guy, not even like a top 8 guy. It's like if Tua won a couple Super Bowls now and we're like, he's got to go in the Hall of Fame. It wouldn't happen. And I feel like very passionate about that.
So just one quick look at the Pro Football Reference page, because I immediately, when you say that, I'm like, let me see if he's crazy or not. I look at his quarterback record. Do you want to guess how many games over 500 he is as a starting quarterback?
Oh, I no. You got to tell me, because I just don't want to make an ass of myself by making a horribly incorrect. Oh, Jason,
can I make a guess?
Yeah, sure.
He is 500 even.
Did you look it up?
I did not, but am I close? Because I remember getting into this conversation with Russell Wilson and Eli Manning with a friend 2 years ago, and I feel like that's the number that's sticking in my head. Is that what it is?
I thought for a second he was going to say him and Russell Wilson were talking about Eli Manning. That would have been incredible.
Yeah, him and his boy Russ.
Yeah, he is, as a quarterback starter, Eli Manning all time 117 and 117.
Wow.
The only piece of trivia I know.
Like Peyton Manning, difference. Peyton Manning was amazing. Like he was like at the peak for so long. And okay, he won a Super Bowl at the end, definitely on the back of his defense in Denver. But Eli was never great, ever. Like this is the Hall of Fame. This is where you put in the best players. And I mean, he had like one season where he threw an absurd amount of interceptions, right? Like there was one of those seasons down there. It was crazy, horrendous. Guy stinks.
I think you're onto something. I think you're onto something. I wouldn't fight that take. Now, in case those are wondering, what's Peyton? Peyton 186 and 79, 107 over 500.
And did he not go like 1-15 in his rookie year? I'm pretty sure he had like a extremely horrible rookie year as well.
Oh yeah, he was really bad that first year. He was, and they were calling him a bust in Indy. 3-13 in 1998.
Okay, Greg, I have to disagree with this comment because this comment is Eli was like Romo and Cutler. Cutler was way worse. Way worse. Cutler
Romo put up numbers, man.
Romo was way
years.
Better than Eli.
Yeah.
Romo was better than Eli. Like I will always go down with Romo was better. You give Romo that Giants defense, he would have won 5 Super Bowls in a row. He was so much better than Eli. It's not Cutler sucked, by the way. Cutler's like the worst ATS quarterback of all time. Terrible. Loved betting against Cutler.
I would take under 5 Super Bowls for my mortgage, honestly.
Well, yes,
on Romo.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you got to check a guy sometimes, but that defensive line in New York from 2007 to 2014, they were just. I mean, remember Justin Tuck before he blew his fingers off with fireworks? How good he was.
That was not Justin Tuck.
Pierre-Paul.
But
okay.
Justin Tuck was also amazing. Yeah. Like Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck, Jason Pierre-Paul defensive line. Absurd.
O.C. Yomanura. Does that sound right?
O.C. Yeah.
Like, I mean, they just had dudes and they would all like, they were so deep. They didn't have to play every down. So they were fresh in the third and fourth quarter. I agree with you. I mean, Eli definitely helped out by the 2 rings. And specifically being the only quarterback, I believe, in a Super Bowl to beat Brady, right?
Yes.
So
2 times.
Nick Foles.
Oh, Foles, right?
Oh, yeah, Foles. Yeah,
Foles.
Statue of Liberty. Yeah,
that's right.
That's craziest, crazy. Oh, man, Nick Foles.
That was the anytime touchdown, Trey Burton and Nick Foles, I think, in that Super Bowl.
It's it's going bad for the Patriots when Ramondre Stevenson's taking face mask penalties when he ripped off a 15-yard run in the open field.
Come on.
Absurd.
Oh, I don't like my plus 14 anymore, Rob.
I mean, it's from the spot, right? So it's going to be like 2nd and 5 or something stupid like that because he picked up so many yards on the play. But what are you going to do? I think he hurt his thumb. I think he hurt his finger there. I think he actually hurt
it. They just can't throw. Oh, we got a flag though. Oh, you look at it. I love when like 8 flags come in on one play. Watch this play. Flags just come flying from every direction.
It's a great feeling. God, I love the NFL.
Like you just they come out of shot and there's just 3 flags that hit the pile.
It's a helmet to helmet, right? Like it had to be unnecessary roughness. It's not PI. There's certain things that I actually love in the NFL that other people probably hate. One of my favorites is the flag that comes in like 6 seconds late. It's like the back judge from a mile away who clearly had like no good look at the play whatsoever. No other ref throws a flag and he just like, grabs it and launches it.
Like a grenade, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
it's so funny.
Hey, if we can get this all the way down the field, I think we have a chance.
Yeah, that is a penalty. It's right to the top, the crown of his head. But it's tough. New England might have to collect 200 yards in penalties today to keep this game competitive.
Run the flag play. Just run the flag play over and over and over again. What's our live number now? 17.5. Ooh, came down. Uh-oh, Patriots might be moving into plus territory here.
Here we go. Who was that? It was Douglas. That's another one of the scripted plays, probably. That hitman was not he was probably looking for a pass, but I think we might have missed the boat on that. I probably should have just played a pregame. I'm an idiot. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Lots of talk, chatter today, Sammy, about how New England had some plays designed for Demario Douglas, and that's why his receiving yardage steamed from like 19.5 to 28.5 today. But what are you gonna do?
How many's he got right now?
He's got, oh man,
he's only got one right now. Oh, that's Gibson.
Yeah,
he's only got one right now.
Why did they call him down there? He wasn't down.
I mean, if Eli Manning had these refs in one of the Super Bowls, then he's not looking at a second ring. I'll tell you that.
You've been waiting for that for a while. How long have you been holding on to that one for tonight?
I saw like the Hall of Fame class today in a tweet, and I saw Eli's face, and I'm like, he's gonna be first ballot Hall of Famer. It's gonna be the biggest, like the worst player, I think, in any pro sports Hall of Fame.
Flag, here we go, baby. Run the flag play. Just keep doing it. Flag. I'm a little ahead of you, I think. Maybe Amazon.
It's okay. You know what? Normally I'm faster than others. That's definitely a flag. I'm watching it in real time. It's all over his back.
What did I tell you? I literally just told you. It's this simple. Here's the key to covering. Run the flag play all the way down the field. Just keep running the flag play. I
love it. I mean, New England might pick up more yards via penalty today than they do total net yards of offense, but yeah, I love this. Was one of my, Nick Costos actually did say this to me before. Can't spell elite without Eli, Rob.
Shut up.
Bring this up to Costos, and he gets so red in the face. He's just, I'm telling you, if you asked every GM in the league if they would want Romo or Eli at that time, they would have all said Romo. Maybe I'm a little bit too far on how many rings Romo would have won, but he was so much better than Eli in those days. But
better. People liked Eli, and he wins 2 rings, and he's got the name.
Okay, so here's what the Patriots need to do. In all seriousness, they have to stop running play action, because Jacoby turns his back and he turns around and he's sacked immediately. They're just blitzing off the edge every time. No more play action.
They don't have the line. They don't have the line. Oh, no. I like this screen here, but I don't like the vision from the back. You know what they're going to do here? They're going to Belichick it. They're going to kick a field goal, go down 14-3.
This 3rd and 18 at the 33 is going to be a running play. It's going to be a running play. That's the classic Belichick, right?
Yeah, he'd run a screen or a draw.
Yeah.
Jesus, look at the yardage, 193 to 20.
Yeah. 1.4 yards per play for New England, 6.9 for the Jets.
That's good, right? Is that good? 1.4 per play?
That is, let's look at last week in the NFL. Carolina was 3.5 yards per play, and they were by far the worst offense last week.
So let's play glass half empty here. Actually, let's play glass half full for us, glass half empty for Jets bettors. If you go into the break down 14-3, I would argue win. What about you?
Oh, big time. Based off the box score, it should be a larger discrepancy than 14-3. Hopefully they make the field goal, because we're already.
I'm not going to spoil it for you. Don't look at my face, though. I'm not even breaking. Kick is up.
It's good. It's good.
You will get nothing out of me.
I can tell in your face that it's good. I'm just playing the odds, really, is what it comes down to. I've now seen it go through the uprights. So,
okay, all right. So let's reassess here. Look, you think I'm coming on this show and not firing? You are completely mistaken. All right. So, live line now.
We got 17 and a half. Yeah.
Well, and it's coming down. It'll come down. It's probably locked. That can't be right.
Yeah, right now, real time.
Buddy, that's probably the highest. That's probably the highest number in the market right now, 17 and a half. I would.
If you want to bet the Pats, you do it at Fanduel. That's
look at that. That's why you're a pro. That's why you make the big bucks. That is the highest. That would be the highest number right now in the market.
Off the board now. They must have noticed. Yeah.
No, the guy. You know what happened? The guy running the live number like fell asleep with the sandwich on his chest and was like, take it down.
I see some market making books at 14 and a half. If we get it back on screen, Jason, and okay, it's still there. You can bet it. I can bet this right now. Patriots plus 1,400. I know they're probably not going to win the game. That is a great price. It is a great price relative to what true odds should be in this game. 14.
It just got suspended. Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it's just not the right number. So that's all it is.
You got to be betting New England at those prices. Like if you went and saw those numbers and you said, "Hey, I got to get in on the Jets minus 17 and a half," candidly, you might want to stop betting for a little bit. I'm not saying you can't win, but you might want to not bet for a little bit. Is all I'm suggesting. But is Ramondre coming back? We don't know. He wasn't in for that drive. He was holding his fingers on the sideline. So that's it. I'll tell you this, Sammy. If this box score remains as is, we're going to get a Barry Horse second half New York Jets. So you got to take that into account when you're betting second half.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that? I'm curious.
Just an extreme split between the two teams in the first half on every box score metric. He will come in on the Jets second half.
Okay. Well, I mean, I probably won't. I mean, I've already got 14 right now in my pocket. So I don't think that's the worst position. At the absolute worst, I think they're down, 21 late, and I could push, which I would hate. Like I would rather. This sounds sick to even say. I would rather lose than push, but it is what it is at this point.
Well, we just had someone parlay Jets money line with Joey Knish to die a virgin. I would say
that's like minus 300, isn't it?
It got to be higher than that. Got to be higher than that. I think you missed the zero, Sam. I think you missed the zero. Hey, Ed, I'm not outing anybody. I'm just telling you what I noticed personally. I could be wrong. I just keep up with a lot of people who release plays in the space and see where the market goes, and that seems to be a tendency.
So really, well, I could say we collectively, because you're on the Pats too. 14-3 at half is huge. 21-3 at half is probably dead. We're probably
21-3 at half, and I think I call up China Maniac and Jeff Feinberg for second half and say, guys, I think we're going to end the show right here because this one is cooked.
Send some pressure here. Send some pressure. You got to do something. Bring a corner. Bring a safety. Do something. There you go. That's all. They can't tackle.
They can't tackle.
He had him for a 4-yard loss.
Well, that's been the story tonight. Honestly, the Jets have. I mean, I'm interested to see what their yak has been today. I mean, this is a running play, but they've been able to break a lot of tackles today.
He's dead. 4 yards in the backfield.
Yep. Peppers is hurt. Looks like Peppers is hurt.
All right. You got a manageable here for the D. Got a manageable third.
The old third and medium. This is the Rodgers specialty, though. This is where he has always been really good. I say that with no facts to back it up other than just subjective analysis. But I feel like Rodgers is really good on like third and medium.
That's pre-Achilles, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, this post-Achilles Rodgers, who knows how they put together that Achilles again, right? It's like the guys that get tear ACL and they come back even better than before.
All right, come on. Get a stop.
I'm living through you, Sam. Oh,
Call it. 78. Yeah, 78. Nailed it.
That's Moses.
People will always be like, how do you know? And I'm sure you get the same thing.
Oh,
like I've watched 2,000 football games in my life.
You know what? My wife will sit and watch a game with me and she'll be like, how, like, you should have been a ref. You should be a ref. You know what all these, and I'm like, nah, it's like, you just, where the flag came in, everything about it, you just develop a sense of what's going on. I got to figure out why the Canadian and US streams are so drastically different. Like Prime, you guys get it faster. When it's Peacock, we're like 30 seconds ahead. I don't know what's going on with this stuff. You seem you're unhappy in your face. Oh God.
Let's try to keep a straight face. I mean, that's just an absolute bullet.
I'm also very good at reading people. This is a skill for years. By the way, GRP in the chat loves his guy Sammy.
We had GRP on the morning show last week. He was outstanding. You can actually probably believe this. He came on the show wearing a Bears hat and proceeded to pick against the Bears in Survivor, which I thought was the funniest thing possible, right? So he comes on Bears hat and picks Texans Survivor, which won. Good pick. But that's just great. I mean, it's great content for me. Wear the Bears hat, pick against the Bears.
Yep. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Listen, I find GRP entertaining. You can hear me. I'm saying it to your face, GRP. I find you entertaining, but I can only handle you in small doses because the shtick is too much for me to handle all at once. Like I check in every now and then, see what's going on, but I can't take too much of it. Like I can see him writing his bets in his notebook once a week, especially if it's the bloody notebook. That's the good one. But I can't watch that content over and over again. I can only look at so many pictures of him eating breakfast at some place. I can't. I can't. That's a me problem, but
I'm a big GRP fan. GRP, if you're still here, follow me on Twitter and DM me. I'll DM you a link to get you on the show. So just because I know Rob only likes you in small doses here. So I'm trending to get fired, but for a GRP follow, I'll do it.
Yeah. You know who doesn't book the guests for the show? Jason.
He just threw out the fish hook, though. I mean,
yeah, he is known to catfish every now and then. It is one of his calling cards, from what I hear. Is
that a Gronk jersey, by the way?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. My shtick is that I wear a jersey for each game for one of the teams.
I've seen your jerseys.
One of his many shticks.
I saw the 8, and then you slid over, and I saw the 7.
Were you worried that it was Hernandez? Is that why?
Sure, we could go with that. Oh, wow. Look at that highlight. Last time the Jets, I think, won against the Patriots at home, Ryan Fitzpatrick was the quarterback.
And now he's working for Amazon. Now he's working the Prime games, which is hilarious. Okay, listen, I see the people in the chat. They all want GRP. They all want GRP. If you can figure out a way to get behind a computer screen with an internet connection that doesn't cut out every single time you move all over your house and whatever, and you can manage to watch the game at the same time, we will do this all over again. We had GRP on a watch-along last year. The problem is the internet connection was so bad, and he wasn't even watching the game. It was like, I didn't even know what we were talking about half the time.
Those would be two vital parts of a live show, correct?
Yeah.
Good internet, watch the game.
Like, it's a live watch along. But like Gerard Mayo is going to have a stroke on the sidelines when he sees these tackling efforts here by the Patriots. Like, they can't tackle anyone. How many missed tackles today?
Holy cow, they got 7.2 yards per play, New York.
Yeah. Yeah. How's Al Michaels on these streams these days? I'm not listening to the commentary all that much, but is he still mailed it in, Al Michaels, or is he back to old?
I couldn't tell you. Last week I was out at a bar, and tonight I got the game on mute, so I'm 0 for 2, I think, on
yeah.
Actually, you know what? I did watch. They did the opener, Chiefs and Ravens. So I did watch that one, and it was nothing noticeable. I thought, but it's hard. It's hard to not get excited for Mahomes and Lamar opening night. You know.
Yes, agreed.
The only person I think that wasn't excited for that game was Travis Kelce, who did nothing in that game.
Al Michaels totally mailing it in. H-Train says we muted and listened to you. I do appreciate that. Michaels is terrible. So it's a lot of the same as last year. How long until AI is actually calling the games, honestly? At some point it's going to happen, right? Like my producer, Zach, is making songs using AI and attaching them to our podcast now and stuff. It's crazy what's going on. It's crazy what's happening. By the way, like, why are they reviewing this? It was a fumble out of bounds. I guess they're reviewing to see if it was a first down instead of 2nd and 1.
I don't know. I was looking up Travis Kelce's stats this year. Oh, has he been horrible?
Yeah, he's
washed. He's not. Well, he's on the Gronk plan now. They just need him healthy for the playoffs, right?
Yeah, that's like the classic KC. You know, someone hit Atlanta hard today in market, right? And we're basically KC.
I wish I could. I wish I would love a 4 there. I wouldn't lay the points. I would take it, but I would need 4, and I don't know that that's going to happen. What about you?
I'm not. There's no scenario in which I'm going to bet Atlanta this week. And like the market numbers, like it's not going to go back up. The group that hit KC today, Atlanta today, if KC was to be bet back, they would just hit Atlanta again. Like there's a lot of money there. So, it's a matter of whether I want to lay KC now, which they're very much like the classic, fuck around and find out regular season team. Is Andy going to call the good plays this week? I don't know. I never know with that team. But
well, this might sound weird, but if that game was at 1:00 Eastern, I would love Atlanta. It's 8:20 Sunday night prime time. That's Mahomes' like favorite slot. The prime time.
He's just like so. I don't. When I bet against Mahomes, like I want to be getting points. I don't want to bet them in games like this. It's not the same.
I mean, 4.5 on the open too. I mean, how good does 4.5 look with the market painted 3?
Yeah, it's true.
All right, let's go, buddy. How about a fumble or a pick?
Yeah, like some bullshit we need at this point. Just give us some bullshit.
This up. We need the guy from longest yard with the cigarette to like get the ball out.
Patrick, you saying that group isn't sharp? No, I'm saying they're very sharp. Very, very big group. Like lots of money involved there. Run, eh? I see. Jets are doing the old maximize score with 0 seconds left with the second down running play there.
Well, you can't leave too much time for Brissett.
Yeah. Exactly. Can't leave too much time on the clock. Jacoby is a solid 6 of 8 for 24 yards.
They can't tackle. They just can't. I mean, this is disgusting. They've had so many chances to bring these guys down behind the line of scrimmage, and they just can't tackle. Which, to your point, has to be infuriating for a linebacker like Mayo, a former linebacker, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He was solid player.
We might honestly look back. I don't want to get too ahead of myself here, but we might look back week 1 and think, like, how the hell did they beat Cincinnati? Like, if you fast forward about 7-8 weeks and the Bengals ideally are fine, everybody's healthy, Higgins is playing, we'll look back at that and be like, how the fuck did that happen?
There's a lot of results like that every year. I went back this week, and I don't have them off the top of my head, but I like to go back to like the first couple weeks of previous years, and you see some like really crazy results early in the season. And you look at the lines and you're like, how did I not bet this team as a pick'em in week 3? Like by the end of the year, they would have been a 10-point favorite over someone else. It's interesting.
Yeah. How was KC only 3 at Atlanta? We could have that conversation in December too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
how did the Cardinals beat the Cowboys in week 3?
Oh man. He is so good on those free plays. Oh, might have been on the Jets. Oh, we got another body walking off the field for the Patriots. Illegal motion. I thought it was a free play.
It was
illegal
formation or something. Illegal
yeah,
motion,
it's on the offense. Yeah. How good is he when they throw that, when he gets that free play? He's unbelievable with that free play, Rogers.
He's first off, he's very good at getting the free play because he has the hard count that tends to get people to jump offside. And then once he gets it, he always takes a shot downfield. Like, I don't understand the quarterbacks who know that there's an offside and they throw like a 5-yard pass. Just throw it downfield.
I believe that's how they beat the Bears in that pivotal game, like 2014, the home run play against Chris Conti. I think that was a free play.
Yeah.
All right. 2nd and 7. Oh, we made a tackle. Holy shit.
Wow. I mean, it's probably still a positive play, right? It was just like no yards after catch or something.
Got 2. 3rd and 5.
Allen again.
Well, this is fun, man. I'm glad we did this. I know there's only 29 seconds left, and you're going to pivot at half here, but I appreciate it when I got the offer. And
no. I do appreciate you coming on as well. At the half, like, I don't want to get to the half because at the half, Jason gives out like a live same game parlay. It's some of the worst content we produce here at Forward Progress. So I'm just hoping that this first half takes a little. Look, I can see him scrambling behind the scenes right now. He forgot too. Like, I can see him clicking away there to see what the market is. This guy's too much, man. He's too much.
One of the we do the morning show, and one of the number one props today was Greg Zuerlein over 1.5 field goals. I don't think that's going to hit tonight.
You never know. You never know.
It's the underdog now.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Greg the leg.
I might get one here now.
Do you not feel like they burned a little bit too much time off the clock? I mean, Patriots defense. Williams. So we're gonna have 24 seconds at the 27-yard line. Rodgers is playing very well tonight. I gotta say, he has been very efficient tonight.
He's got to be 13 of 15 or 14 of 16. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think he's only missed 2 throws.
15 of 17, 170 yards and a touchdown.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets, buddy.
Yeah, he's been really, really good. Really, really good.
I'm just hoping we get some bartender voodoo here and we get a drop ball pick 6. Like, wouldn't that change the whole night? Got to speak it into existence. Got to speak it into existence, Rob.
Yeah, I do. So here's what I do. I don't know if you're familiar with this method. I've already accepted the loss. In my head, I've told myself there's no hope. Patriots are getting blown out, because that way it just doesn't feel that bad when it happens. I've already accepted what I believe is to be the reality. And if something's very different, you get like a really huge rush from that. Like, you get a big emotional high from when you think something has lost and it turns into a win. I marked it as an L on my spreadsheet here.
One of many this year. It's okay.
I love betting, man. I don't care. There's ups and downs. Like, you get used to it. So, yeah, you get used to it.
Oh boy. Oh, forget it.
Sam, your reactions are too good.
Well, every time he loads up and throws the ball deep, you're like, oh, there's 7.
Yeah, I'm living through you. But
he threw it through the goalpost, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. I think he realized at that point he couldn't take more time off the clock. That's got to be grounding, dude. Guy's in the pocket. Where's he throwing it to? There's no one even remotely close to that. He's talking to the ref right now, like, oh, this guy was in the area.
Yeah, Mayo just said something that Mayo just said a bad word to the ref.
Oh my God. Like the announcement, that's the announcement. The pass was to number 18. The ball went over his head. The ball was a mile away from the guy.
The ball went through the goalposts.
What a joke, man.
All right. Hey, let's get a stop here on 3rd and 10. I'm going to take myself off camera so you can't follow me, my reactions.
No, I want to read you. I want to be able to read you. It's a skill. It's a skill. The Patriots should see what the Jets line up in here, and they should call a timeout because the clock is stopped, and they should regroup.
That's
and
exactly what they did.
Because the timeouts don't matter for New England anymore. It can't take 3 timeouts to the half. You know, that's it, Mayo. You tell him. He's calling that ref over. He still wants to understand what the hell the guy's talking about. It's too good. Oh man.
I always love when they do the games in the Meadowlands and then they show you the New York skyline. You're like, you're not in New York. You should show a deli in Hoboken. All right, here we go. Gauge my senses.
Okay. That's a real you're happy. It's not a fake you're not sending me for a loop.
Nope.
Incomplete pass to Alan Lazard. That's my guess. No,
I don't know
Wilson.
who he threw it to, but
it's Gary
it
Wilson,
was incomplete.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? You're within the number on the live bet.
I feel okay.
Yeah.
Feel even better if he misses this. If he misses this kick, he's like 90% career though, 92% or something. Maybe not that high.
Greg the leg.
Oh,
man.
tipped it! Let's go! Let's go!
See, this when you accept the loss and stuff like this happens, it's just great.
I didn't accept anything.
Yeah, no acceptance.
I told you that Greg Zerline under was a lock, didn't I?
I don't use the L word. I don't use the L word.
Neither do I. Oh yeah, that thing. Somebody got a paw on that thing.
Oh, I mean, if somebody didn't touch that thing, then this has got to be the worst kick of all time. I mean, have we seen a close-up replay that shows it was blocked? That didn't look like it was blocked.
I think it got blocked. Go to the chat. The chat will help you out. The chat's your friend.
Well, yeah, that was a shank.
I would take a knee
God.
here. I can't believe they're not taking a knee.
Yeah, it wasn't blocked. It wasn't even blocked. It was just no good wide left. He shanked it, man.
Okay, so do you remember when Brissett was a Patriot the first time around and they used to bring him in to throw the Hail Mary? He has a huge arm.
Yes.
So what they just did, I would have taken a knee and just gone to half 14-3, but they just threw, I don't know, about like a 10-yard pass to get to midfield.
Yeah.
And they're gonna throw the bomb.
They were on the 35, right? So it's
15 then. He got 15.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not, to me, that's not Neil. I think that's smart what they did. I'll tell you what was not smart, by the way. The fucking Jets just played this entire, like they played for a field goal here. They played way too safe.
Yeah.
Way too safe. What was all these running plays? They had everything they wanted in the
watch him throw this ball. He's going to fire this thing. Here it is.
Okay. It's all right. It's all right, Sam. You got a playoff there.
Hell of a throw though, man. Holy, he won that thing.
I watched that throw through your eyes. It was a very intimate moment for me. It was just staring at your eyes the entire time.
Yeah. I mean, he got it there. A lot of quarterbacks, they don't get it there.
And not only did he get it there, like it was a perfect throw. It was 2 yards into the end zone. Like
we needed Gronk. If we would have had Gronk, we would have had a chance.
Yeah. You need a Patriots receiver to take a hard dive right there. Just like have someone hit them in the back and flop, LeBron style at that point. But no one was even close. That was the problem. He just threw it to 3 Jets players. What are you going to do? Sammy, let the people know where they can listen to BetQL Daily? Where's it at?
So it's on the Odyssey app. Odyssey is the main radio company or a major radio company that has BetQL Daily, which you could also watch on Twitch, on YouTube, BetQLnetwork.com. And we got to line you up because, you're one of those. We've had probably like 6 of the Odd Shark disciples on. We've had basically all the Canadians on.
Yeah.
We've had Kelly in Vegas, Frank Schwab. We've had like Will Brinson. Like, you're next. So I will be reaching up.
One as well. So
what's that?
Your co-host is one as well from back in the day.
It's like,
yeah,
I feel like we're in Vegas. So BetQL Daily, 9 a to 12 p Eastern, and appreciate y'all listening. And we're the morning show that bets. That's what the tagline is.
I love that. Real betters. Appreciate you, Sammy. Go Pats.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Sammy P, everyone. You can check out the Chicken Dinner podcast as well. Weekly, solid, highly recommended. I love Sammy. I've always said this, but I appreciate content from people who actually bet. Give out picks, track the actual lines. Real betters. Love that.
Incoming an unreal better, or I guess not real. Unreal is
you
the
bet.
word.
Listen.
Yeah, okay. Bet. I bet
it's your stake sizes, but to each their own. So what it matters to you. We pay you nothing,
if there was a spectrum of unit size, this side would be Andy. I would be like way off screen. That's how far I am away
Andy.
From Andy.
Oh, I understand.
Andy,
unit size.
For unit size.
You were referring to the size of his penis and not the actual size of his wagers.
No. I thought he always had big wagers. I thought that was the joke. I don't know. Anyways,
are you crafting an SGP or what?
It's already been crafted. It got kind of screwed at the end there.
Take over the full screen because I've just drank an entire venti coffee and I'm going to urinate for a good minute and a half straight. So,
all right, sounds good.
We've kept you off tonight for, you've been on the clock. Now is your time to shine.
All right, sounds good. Rob will be right back. I'm going to take over the full screen here. All right, guys, who's ready to go? Drop your halftime plays in chat. Number 1. Number 2, we're going to go through my parlay. Someone said it in the chat. They call it the porn guy parlay. I don't know if I'm going to back that. I don't know if we're going to trademark that, but here it is. We're going to start. The theme is backdoors. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a backdoor cover here from the New England Patriots. I guess it's not really a backdoor cover, but I don't know. It's for the joke. It's for the joke. So we're going to start off with the New England Patriots plus 12.5. I lied. We're not doing that. We're going to go to the alternate spread. We're going to take them at plus 7.5. Now we're looking for the backdoor cover. We're going to pair that with, we played it a little bit before the show here. We're going to pair it with Jacoby Brissett. We're going to go 175 plus passing yards. Then we're going to head over to receiving yards. We're going to take Hunter Henry. We're going to go to his alts, and we're going to hit 40 plus. Pays out 12-1. You guys tell me if you like it. You guys tell me if you hate it. 12-1 payout right there on the same game parlay. And if you have the 30% profit boost token, if you're a small bettor like me, $25 max on that, you can get it around, I think it's 16-1. So there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's my backdoor parlay of the night. Chat is going crazy. You guys are going crazy right now. If you're gonna drop it, Goon. You guys are too good. I want to see your plays in the chat, though. That's all I want to see. We've put in the backdoor parlay. We've stuck it in, and hopefully it hits. Also, let me know if you tailed what I played earlier in the stream. That DeMario Douglas under 20.5 over receptions. We're two receptions away from hitting that. Hopefully, we can stay under for that. Honestly, we got to look into some other sponsorships, Jay. So maybe that could be a play here. A lot of very inappropriate stuff that I can't bring up on screen, but I guess I kind of do it to myself when I do stuff like that, and lean into this. Thank you, Brent, for appreciating the time I've earned. Rob is back now. Am I a Pats fan and a USC fan? No, I am a USC fan and I am a football fan. I have a ton of jerseys. I whipped them out for the stream. I'm a jersey guy. I like jerseys. I also just like watching football. I find it hard to pay attention to everything that's going on in the game if I'm following one team. So I've decided to just, be a football fan. I'm Rob Lowe, NFL hat guy. So Rob's back. He's alive. He didn't.
Yep. I see we lost 35 viewers or so since I've been gone.
That is correct. But
what
I will.
You have to flash the parlay again because I missed it as well.
Sorry. Yeah. I will flash you the backdoor parlay. We're jamming it in there. The backdoor parlay. We're jamming it in there.
Okay. Patriots 7.5. Brissett 175 plus. Wow. I don't know that he could throw 175 over the course of the next 2 games, but let's. You know what? Like I'm gonna have FOMO now. It's the rules. The rules are the rules. By the way, I went downstairs. I grabbed myself a glass of wine here, and
good play.
My wife says, she's like, I heard you talking about me up there on the. Did I say something about her that I don't remember?
You said when you were watching football with her, she was saying that you could be a ref.
Oh yeah,
nothing negative. That's fine.
Come on. Yeah. You actually got someone to tail you, man. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I know them, so I don't recommend it. Robert Clips is in here saying 175. He's at 24 yards. He's gonna have the best second half in 22 years. Yeah, I'm not a math guy. Listen, if I was a math guy, I'd be called the math guy. I'm obviously not the math guy. Like, yeah, I'm sure someone's thrown for more than 150. I can't tell if it's a joke or not. I'm sure some people have thrown for more than 150 yards in a second.
I'm sure he's had some big second halves before. Yeah, I'm sure.
Is he talking about just Brissett there? Or,
yeah, he's talking about Brissett. Okay. He's making a joke. He's making a joke. Yeah. Yeah.
Inverse Jason, do the opposite parlay. I love that.
Richard says I look like a ref. I did used to ref. I've been called a narc before, if you can believe that.
I fully believe that. Oh my god.
Yo, I am a narc, man. Because I am the chat is off the hook tonight. It really is. I think a lot of people are really sauced in here.
I will say chat rate through the roof on the analytics for halftime. That's all I'll say.
What do you think of this gimmick? This gimmick for you moving forwards?
No, no. Porn guy. I'm gonna stick with porn guy parlay over Bucake bets. I'm not pronouncing that how it's supposed to be pronounced. I refuse to pronounce that how it's supposed to. Bucake is the way to pronounce it.
Oh man,
everyone's still high from the Mooney Tunes parlay. So yeah,
I know
it makes sense.
A lot of people. Honestly, it is amazing to win one of those early in the year. Like we hit the Hawkinson first touchdown score. I think it was week 2 last year. I want to say week 2, right? It's amazing when you hit them early in the year because you're kind of just playing with house money afterwards, right?
Yeah, I know that's not really technically a thing. Like you won the money, right? But it's if you're gonna want to be doing these like SGPs, PGPs, porn guy parlays, like you're gonna want to have like I don't know, it's I see what you're getting at there.
Honestly, that's a really good gimmick. The PGP? Oh, it's amazing.
I just can't like.
Who came? Did you come up with that?
No, Chris in the chat came up with it. PGP. I assume that's what I don't know if that was a slip, but
that's so good.
Honestly,
so good. How are we not branding this? We need to have some sort of like. I have so many ideas. I mean, we got to toe the line with what we can and can't do. But
yeah, PGP is okay. We just don't have to list out what the P is, right?
No, we can list out anything.
Perfect game parlay. That's what people could.
No, it's the porn guy parlay. It's not.
Oh, okay. Wait, whoa.
We know what it is. We don't have to pretend. No. We don't have to pretend like it's something it's not.
The P could stand for anything. My name could be.
We just Photoshop like your face on Johnny Sins or something like that. We do like one of those where he's in like a teacher's uniform or something like that. Put the parlay up on the board. I mean, I wonder if there's any
videos where he's like a producer or something. Like,
no. If you're giving a parlay, I hope there's one where he's like a nerd or something. You know, he's wearing like one of those propeller hats.
That's a good one.
Probably seen one of those before. No,
I mean, El Nino definitely has a couple of those videos. El Nino definitely has some of those videos. But also, like, wait, Face Esquire coming with a great alternate name, SGP Hub, or PGP's better?
PGP just has like a great ring to it because it's a play on SGP, but it's just you're just replacing one of the initials.
I like it. I like it. Who's Amari? Is Jason related to Amari?
Does it do? I don't get that reference.
Oh, I said Amari. No, I'm not related to Amari Cooper. Obviously, wait. I'm obviously not related. If that's the question, like, no.
Well, why do you say that? Why do you think it's ridiculous that someone would think you're related?
Because he lives in the States and I live in Canada, and my background is Italian, and I'm going to assume he's not.
I mean, I think you could easily be related to him. You both have the same last name.
That's true.
It's not because of his skin color that you would say that, right?
Absolutely not. I could also be related to Pharaoh Cooper as well. I don't know why people don't ask about that. Pharaoh Cooper, you don't remember Pharaoh Cooper, special teams player for the Seattle Seahawks?
Yeah, I remember Pharaoh Cooper, but I'm just trying to think of other, like, you wouldn't be old enough to remember hanging with Mr. Cooper. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but that's what this segment is. That's what this segment is now. That's the halftime segment. Can we get that's what we should be doing, is photoshopping my face onto that for these halftime segments.
I'll lay minus 1,000 that when Jeff comes on in the fourth quarter, he remembers hanging with Mr. Cooper. -1. I would lay minus 5,000. Minus 5,000. Someone in the chat must know what I'm talking about. DB Cooper. What an odd reference. But isn't DB Cooper the guy that jumped out of the airplane? And like,
correct.
Yeah, he could have been related to you. Could be your father. I mean, it's very obviously.
If he is, then I'll take the Bradley Cooper. I will take the Bradley Cooper. John Cooper as well. Actually, is my uncle.
Yeah. We're gonna bring in China here very shortly. Very shortly.
My timer's running out.
Well, it's kind of gone off the rails a little bit. I mean, we're just talking about different Coopers now. Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper. What about Jason Cooper, drummer for The Cure?
Yeah. Is that really his name?
That's his name. I am ungoogleable as a result of that. Because if you just search his name and search that name, that's all it comes up is The Cure. Great, like, not great band, but like they have some couple, like 2 or 3 good songs.
I hate to break it to you, but even if that guy didn't exist and people Googled your name, there's not going to be many results. It's not like honestly, you've exactly lived a life of where you've accomplished a lot that you're going to be.
I know, but maybe I could have been on like the deep, dark depths of like 11th page Google or something. Maybe
when did these halftimes become a comedy act? Like,
what?
We used to actually talk about the football game at the half.
To be fair, this game has been atrocious. So
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I guess we might as well bring in China at this point. There's no salvaging this halftime show. China, what's up?
What's happening? How are we doing tonight?
I see you have a little piece of paper with some notes in front of you there.
Of course. Got just the props that I'm sweating and stuff I got on the game.
Okay. You got to let me know what props you're sweating, because I don't know. I don't want to be rooting against you on a big play or something like that.
All right. Let me see here. So longest TD for the game, under 33.5.
Okay.
I got Mike Williams under 28.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
Stevens receiving yards. Total field goals under 3.5 for the game.
Okay. That was a big miss at the end of the first half there.
Yeah. That was a pretty good one, and it was good that he didn't connect on that touchdown, because that would have the one to Wilson in the corner, that would have went over. I got over 37.5 for the game. I got Breece Hall over 15.5 carries. No defensive touchdown, -300. And I took the Jets at the half, -13.5. This just doesn't look good. This just looks like
it looks bad. I'm with you. It looks very bad. Yeah. Very, very bad for the Patriots. Stevenson is in the game here. So all the people that were wondering whether or not he'd be back, he's there. Lost a yard on the first play. I I mean, I think the Patriots are going to have to give up running the ball at some point. They've got nothing in the rushing game today.
100%. They got nothing in the passing game either, so they might have to give up on Jacoby Brissett at some point here.
Yep.
Depending on how this quarter goes, I mean, if this is a bad quarter, I wouldn't. You never know. Drake May could come in the fourth quarter.
At least to just like see what you got, right? Listen.
Yeah.
I know Jacoby's better than people give him. Like, he's very, very serviceable. He always has been, but you're not going anywhere with this guy. Like, you might as well just see what you got in Drake May. I mean, he's got no time to do anything either. That's the real problem here, as we'll get China back here in a second. GRP, I know you love the notepad. I know you're a big fan.
My Wi-Fi cut out for a second there.
No worries. It happens.
Yeah.
Somehow all pro bettors have the worst Wi-Fi.
Actually, I was connected. Somehow I wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi. So I just connected and then it shut me off, but I'm in now.
All right. Sounds good. GRP was just paying you a compliment with your notepad there. So
of course.
That's all we've
got to learn from the legend, right?
I mean, you're using the term legend very loosely, I would say. Very loosely. No offense, GRP, but I don't even think you'd call yourself a legend. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? This game kind of, followed the path of many primetime games over the last several years in that it sucks.
Yeah.
And it has no real flow to it whatsoever.
Yeah. Thursday night game, short rest. It's usually one way. I mean, that's what it's been a lot of the times. I mean, you probably could have blind bet favorites since these started, and you'd probably be winning high 50% or something.
I never really like these Thursday primetime games in general. I like the idea of going into the year, taking the team that you think is going to be worse of the two and having them at home for these games. Like right. You go New England at the Jets, not to say that New England can't win at the Jets, but going into the year, these were teams that were considered in much different classes. Figure out a way to schedule it so that the worst team is at home. At least give them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at? Don't want to see these big spreads.
No travel, a little bit of an advantage there. Things swing the right way. The games are more competitive instead of just fighting the uphill battle.
Exactly.
How about yourself? What are you sweating tonight?
I actually do have some Patriots 6.5. Whatever. It's like small. Right. Somebody offered me a really good price. And I took it like an idiot. Right. What else are we sweating here? I don't really have a lot going on, honestly. That's part of the problem tonight is I don't have like good sweats. I don't have good sweats.
Yeah, I dug in before the game. I didn't even – most of this stuff was just top down, picking off just bad prices. And it's going good so far. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's – here, I look, I have a few of that as well. I didn't even I have, Braylon Allen over 24.5 rush yards. That cashed. Jacoby Brissett over 15.5 completions, plus 100. Hunter Henry over 30.5 receiving yards, minus 115. Ramondre Stevenson under 17.5 rush attempts, minus 110. Just same as you. Like
nice.
An hour before kick,
just
find some bad prices. But I didn't even realize, like, I had even forgotten I had this stuff. It's not even really, we're talking nickels here, not nothing that's moving the needle. Nothing that's moving the needle.
Yeah. Same
are
here.
Are you doing any like sides and total stuff for NFL, or are you mostly doing props now?
Mostly props, but I'm involved with some sides and totals, but I'm not originating them. I just have pieces of stuff that some guys I work with.
Is it winning, or like you suspect it'll win long run NFL?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll win it, but we'll have some sides and totals for sure, but there's so many like quarters, props, derivatives, stuff like that come in that I would never touch that I feel that even if like the sides and totals go sidewards, they have a pretty big edge betting that stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
the only time will tell. It's very hard to tell if you have an edge in the NFL. I mean,
it really is.
Things could change on a dime, and when do you know? Because the samples are so small, right? Like, how do you know?
Usually, if you don't have an edge, you find out by going bust in the NFL. Sadly, I hate to say it, but
yeah.
Wow, Rodgers is running the ball again now too. Looking spry.
Last week we had under, I think it was 2.5 rushing yards for him, and he got the graceful kneel down at the end to go under.
That's what I was saying today after his first carry. I think his first carry was 6 yards. You can't mark it a win because you still have the kneel downs coming later.
Right.
Yeah. I there was an edge out there on Rodgers. I want to say it was over 2.5 plus 100, maybe half hour before kick. And I didn't play it because he's coming off an Achilles. I don't know when he's going to get back to running the ball, but it honestly seems fine right now.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
Looks good. Yeah. I looked at his passing number before the game and I'm just like, it's crazy to see Aaron Rodgers' name with like a 213.5. I almost bet the over. I don't bet a lot of overs. I almost just bet the over just for the hell of it, just to give me a sweat. And he looks like he's going to crush it.
Okay. Seems like Asia Dave is very confused here. He thinks you're not GRP, but GDP. GDP is the gross domestic product. I don't. No, that's not who we got here. Although we don't put the names up on screen anymore, so I can see how someone would be confused. They just tie up too much of the screen. Big third down.
How do you like Herb Street as doing these games?
I don't like this. I didn't like this pairing last year. With my headphones in, I only faintly hear them. Also, like I don't want to put it too loud because I don't want to get a copyright, issue with YouTube here for airing the audio of the game or whatever. But I don't like this pairing. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Al Michaels is like full mail it in at this point, and Herb Street, I don't feel him at the NFL level. I really don't.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm actually not people love him in college football. I'm not a huge fan of his in college football either. Don't know why. He calls a pretty good game, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Some guys you just don't click with. Agreed.
There's certain guys that like other people really like, and I'm like, nope, I don't. Like, I've never been a Joe Buck guy.
Same here.
Personally, some people love him. They're like, Joe Buck's the best. I like Buck and Aikman together, but Buck, I don't know. It stems from, as dumb as it sounds, the comment when Randy Moss had the fake moon celebration, pulling down his pants, and he, that's a disgusting act by Randy Moss. Is like, is it? It's the guy faked to pull his pants down and moon the fans. Like, what are we talking about here? So I don't know. Yeah,
I didn't think that was that bad.
No. Al Michaels sounds bored every game. I don't know. I used to love Al Michaels. I think part of the reason I loved Al Michaels, though, was because he was the commentator that always made indirect references to the point spread and the total.
Yes.
Like, it would be late in the game, and he would be like, the game is a blowout, but this field goal matters out there to some people. And it would be like right when the game is on the number for the total and stuff like that. I thought that was great back in the day.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Back when betting was a sin.
Yeah. I think Tirico and Collinsworth are the best going right now. I do. I think Tirico's really good. Collinsworth, some people hate him. I can understand how you can be annoyed by Collinsworth. Don't get me wrong, but I do think that that's the best pairing right now.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Collinsworth. I think he calls a pretty good game.
Yeah,
doesn't get everything right, but for the most part, he comes across. he translates everything pretty good and explains everything pretty well.
Yep. Totally agree. Totally agree. I feel like how long have the Patriots actually had the ball for in this game?
Not long.
Maybe 10 minutes of the game?
Brissett's 8 for 12 for 43 yards right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's
well,
incredible.
Producer Jason's looking for a big second half with his live SGP on Brissett. PGP. Sorry. Yes. Porn guy parlay. Yes. My apologies.
I was very close to fading Brissett's second half number was 100. And I was thinking, well, he can't throw. And, if they put a couple touchdowns on him here, you never know if he's going to see the pine if they're down 28-3. But I didn't pull the trigger.
The Jets next week are hosting the Broncos. And I don't even know what the number is going to be. But I feel strongly that it's not going to be enough for me to take the Broncos in any like that. Yeah. The Jets can catch a run here real quick after they win this game.
Oh, for sure. Bo Nix has been horrible, right? Have you watched a lot of his gameplay?
He's horrendous, man. Horrendous.
I've just seen some of his low light highlights, and he doesn't look good. I think he played in a semi gimmicky offense at Oregon that just pumped his stats up.
Yeah.
Maybe a career backup.
I think so. I honestly do. It was very clearly a reach by Denver at the time. Sean Payton can say whatever he wants about them getting the guy that they wanted, but that set them back another few years, it looks like, because he's just not very good.
Yeah.
He's just not very good. If this game wasn't a blowout right now, the Jets have wasted 2 timeouts here on this drive.
Yep.
Just really, really dumb. Really dumb team. What is your, you don't have to show us, but what does your TV setup look like on the other side there?
I'm actually watching on my monitor. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm just in my office, just, run of the mill, big monitor. Got the streaming the game on Amazon right on the monitor.
There you go.
I'll give you a look at my the downstairs, my setup here.
The dungeon.
China's dungeon. There it is.
That's all right. That's a good setup. You got a little bar seating with the TV there. Little wine fridge, it looks like.
Little bar, little wine fridge, yeah.
Oh, that's
pretty good.
Listen, man. I put a lot of Bitcoin into my basement, and you might have just as sick a setup over there. And you probably didn't have to sell a bunch of Bitcoin to do it.
No, I just had to go to DraftKings a bunch of times. That's all.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I got to stamp the DK logo on the next to the TV down there. That's
took them to the cleaners. Love to hear that. Love to hear you taking them to the cleaners. Yeah. Do love that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, they were great. They were great here when they first came for a couple of years. They literally don't take anything anymore.
Right.
I can't go there either. I'm barred from there.
Doesn't surprise me. J Rod didn't watch the Circles Off that you were on last year with us. So just for the audience that doesn't know, what's your background as far as betting goes? It's a long story.
1 second. I think can you hear me?
I got you.
I think you're cutting out. So hold on.
This is what happened. We made you do the walk around in the basement, and the reception's gone.
Yeah.
If we lost China, if we lost them, just jump back and jump out, jump back in. But I just dropped it in the chat. You can find China's Circles Off episode. Just dropped it in the chat. Just if you want to listen to it, click the link, bookmark it, or leave the tab open and then come back here. Don't leave us.
Yeah. Oh. Wow, I got left the double left right there. What a swing that was.
No, it's I don't like don't mean to be a company man here, cross promoing. I'm sure you guys just want to watch the game, but it's a good episode. I watched it, obviously, as I watch every single Circles Off episode, which brings me to my next
you're
point.
not giving out a plus EV or minus EV move of the week. We already did that for you.
No, okay. Can I at least say the minus EV move? Or I forget was it the plus EV move for the guest that you had on this week was fantastic. I think it was his minus EV move where it was like, I don't want to spoil it, but it was good.
Don't spoil it, man. What are you doing?
It was a good
promo.
I was plus 2ing it, if that makes sense. So
yeah, I get it. There we go. Got you back.
All right.
Got you back.
I lifted up the phone and came back on.
It's always a tough move when you're on the phone and you start walking around. I should have been better and warned you about that. Yeah, that's
all right.
So just there's a few people in the chat who don't know of you because they don't watch every single piece of content that we do. So they just wanted to hear a little bit about your background and how you got into betting.
All right. Well, I was a degenerate bettor in the 90s all the way till the early 2000s and I was a losing bettor all the way up until that point. Obviously the poker boom came, got in, played poker from like 2004 to 2009 online. Basically was just an education. And then 2009, I figured it out, became a pro, played poker for 10 years online, heads up, limit, hold'em. And in 2016, I just started capping college football player props on a whim. And that's basically taken me on the ride and got me to transition out of poker into full-time sports betting. And yeah, I do a lot of player props, some in college, some in the pros. A lot of the pro stuff I do later in the season when there's more data and more, more of the rotations and the playing time and all that stuff. But yeah, that's it. I'm a full-time professional sports bettor.
There you go.
A little bit of a jack of all trades. I do a little bit of everything.
I assume you've seen that touchdown now. Like that was when the throw was made, I was thinking pick six, and then just really good arm strength from Rodgers there to get it. Great positioning. Classic.
Perfect.
Really good. Yep.
Nice catch. Got the feet in.
We get some real sick comments in here. You see this one, Jason? Instead of circles off, it could be condoms off and could be hot white podcast.
There we go. He's got to hit
the second part's crazy. Sorry.
He's got to hit that parlay. What is it? What's the parlay called again?
The PGP, the porn guy PGP. Parlay.
We'll just refer to it as the parlay.
Got to hit the PGP.
I got two parlays today. I got under 29.5 receiving yards for Demario Douglas and over 4 receptions for Demario Douglas, 4+ receptions. And then the second one, I don't know if you saw it, China, but it was Patriots 7.5, dead. It was Jacoby Brissett over 175 passing yards, dead. Hunter Henry over 40.5, or I guess over 40 receiving yards, somewhat alive. But the parlay is dead, I think.
Yeah, that's you're live with Douglas.
I fingers crossed. I don't know if he's gonna get the volume. That's the problem. Like, I don't know if he's gonna catch two. I don't know if they might only throw 10 more times this game, and that might be generous. With the
they're 7 points away from Drake May, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't. The only problem here is that the O-line is so bad right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That I don't know that they want to put him under fire like that.
Right. It's almost like we have to see special teams guys playing defense for the New York Jets before we see backup like edge
it
rushers,
might be
tackles.
12 minutes to go, 28-3. That's on the table. Maybe maybe under 10 minutes, but it's on the table deep in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say the score holds 21-3. 12 minutes left. Drake May comes in. Right now, Fanduel has 18.5 heavily juiced towards the Patriots. Are we clicking this if you see Drake May come in, or
I'm certainly not clicking it. I got Jets live 13.5. I'm just
Okay. Never mind.
I'm just riding that.
Not looking
Fair
for
enough.
the middle there, China. Not looking for
No.
the middle. Could be a nice middle there. Could be a nice middle there. Sons is pointing out that your screen time has elapsed, Jason. Thank you for showing up there. When we say Gibson no-show,
There he
What
is.
do we-
He's warming up. They was throwing some passes. Was that live?
looked like it. Yeah, he is on the sideline throwing some passes there.
Yeah.
He's throwing some passes. Drake Maycam.
He looked the last preseason game. He looked really good. I mean, he's probably playing against a bunch of scrubs, but he looks like he has the tools. I think they drafted the right guy, whether he's a bust or not. I mean, he's got the prototypical size and speed and for the modern NFL quarterback.
I think May's going to be really good. But I will say, Bo Nix looked good in the last preseason game. Caleb Williams did. Bryce Young did. Most of the time, it doesn't matter, unfortunately.
Do you have any early reads on Williams? Do you think he's gonna snap out of this, or do you think he's gonna stay like more or less in this level?
Jason lost his parlay on Douglas, but I think that Williams was going to struggle this year a lot. I think that over time he might mature and he has enough tools to get out of it, but he still very much seems like he thinks he's playing college football. That's the best way I could put it. Like you could very clearly see he has a skill set. He can evade some pass rush. He can throw on the run, but the athletes are at a completely different level right now.
Yes.
Come on, Hooper.
Yes.
Come on. There we go. Hooper. All right. That's a win. That's one I was sweating. Hooper over 9.5. Let's go.
If I could just say one thing as well about Caleb Williams, his biggest trait that was an issue for him in college was that he always wanted to extend and make big plays, which is a good thing to do, but it's obviously hurting him right now in the NFL. Like he's doesn't have the time to make a good throw, which I believe he has the ability to step up in the pocket and throw the ball. The problem is that from what I've seen is their offensive line hasn't been able to do anything at all this year. Right. So I feel like he's being punished for trying to make when I say punished, I mean just like by the other team by trying to extend and make plays.
You could see him do that in college too, against the top tier teams. Utah, Notre Dame, they beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, but he had the same problem as well in college, where the offensive line was in his last year, it was fucking atrocious. Like,
but anyways, USC's better this year without him, right, Jason?
Miller Moss is a stud. Like, actually, though, he's a stud. He is a.
I will say, all these USC quarterbacks get to the NFL and they stink most of the time.
Yep.
Sam Darnold, comeback player of the year.
Yep. I mean, he stunk for most of his career so far. So, and he's not even eligible for comeback player of the year. Yeah,
that's the GRP special this year.
Darnold,
comeback player of the year.
Didn't they say that they're moving more towards making that award like an injury related one? I don't know. Carson Palmer is like the best example of I mean, there's others. Where there's like Matt Leinart. There's who else am I forgetting? There's got to be more.
Todd Marinovich back in the day. Yeah, late 80s.
Yeah.
I think he was a top 5 pick, and he was broken before he got into the league.
Mark Sanchez.
Oh, Sanchez was the one. Yeah. The Jets are going to get 1 million unnecessary roughness penalties helmet to helmet today. That's the only way the Patriots can seemingly pick up first downs. Now they're talking about it.
I got another one, Matt Castle, but he made the Pro Bowl though.
Yeah. How do you feel about my hot take that Eli Manning should not go into the Hall of Fame?
I mean, if it was voted on the correct way, he would not get into the Hall of Fame, but that's just not how it works in football. You win the Super Bowl, you win a couple of Super Bowls, and you get in.
I agree. But like my whole argument is built off the fact that Eli Manning was never an elite quarterback. In fact, for most of his career, he was like average. Towards the end of his career, he was not even below average. He was fucking abysmal. Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough for me to swallow that.
he got bailed out by, a couple of great defensive teams. He made a big throw in the second Super Bowl against the Patriots. But
Yes.
the body of work, I mean, ton of interceptions, never really carried a team. But that's just the way it is in the NFL. It's,
Yeah.
I actually think with the comeback player of the year, I agree. I think it should be that. You should be coming back from something, or they should have two awards.
You can't be coming back from sucking. Like, that's not the comeback player of the year. That's like a most improved. They should have a most improved award.
Right. I agree 100%.
But comeback player has got to be like off an injury. So
let's see what happens here. Ooh, was he down? So speaking of, now that you said the name Manning, did you catch any of Arch Manning last week?
I didn't. I know Kanish is victory lapping like some prices he's got on Arch Manning.
Right.
Yeah.
67-yard TD, crazy for that guy.
Yeah.
67-yard rushing TD.
I will get more into college football once golf season is over, because right now the Saturdays I'm going out and playing, and I miss a lot of the action. But man, this Pats O-line is a disaster.
Oh, it's bad. That's the report that's been coming out of camp all summer, is how bad this line was in practice. All the beat reporters were all over it, and they held up okay the first week, and I think they were okay last week, but yeah, they're pretty bad. Playing from behind is going to be a big problem.
Yes, we gotta hope. I mean, like, for the interest of this game, that like Drake May comes in at some point, maybe just to spice it up, because this has been pretty much as lopsided as any game this year, really. I mean, there's been a few, but this has been pretty bad. Fourth and 26. Yeah.
How about Braylon Allen? Braylon Allen looks like a stud, huh?
He does. And they have two good backs. Like, they both, Hall and Allen both look good.
Really good, yep.
Breece Hall's been really he's been really solid out of the backfield too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find Jason, what's the live odds right now?
I got it right here. 18 minus 129.
FanDuel 18.5. Totals what? 34.5 plus money to the over.
I got 18 minus 129 and minus 128 to over 33.5 here. It's on Bookmaker.
Yeah, I think I want to go 34.5 plus 108 to the over right now. I don't know. Like, I have to see how the Packers start this drive out here. Not the Packers. I said the Packers because I'm so used to Aaron Rodgers. How the Jets. Wow.
What did you think of the shove earlier? Did you see the shove?
Which shove? I've been watching the whole game.
Yeah. You might not have seen it because it might have been when they went to commercial or something. But I was looking on, on Twitter earlier, and he shoved Saleh when he went to the sidelines. It looked like he was going to give him a hug. Saleh went for the hug, and Rodgers kind of grabbed him by the chest and kind of shoved him a little bit. Said something to him. Didn't look happy.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
You gotta check that out. It was a good one.
I'm going to. Usually, like when you miss stuff like that, your producer would inform you behind the scenes in like the private chat. They would say something. keep you on your toes, say, hey, Rob, this just happened. But my producer, he just worries about hopping in and out so he can talk a little bit. He's probably, he's like, he orders food during the show. He's eating. He misses the cues. He's in bad shape. He's in bad shape. He doesn't want to say anything right now. I actually don't even know that he's there. He would normally be
here. I messaged you in the private chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Your PGP is very close. Yeah, sure is.
Dad.
Tough break, man. Tough break. Okay, let's see what the Jets do here. I got to find a comfortable situation here. Been sitting in this chair way too long today. Lots of NFL injuries, lots of line movement. It's one of those days hard to get away from the desk.
Yep. That's how it's been every day this year. Everything's just coming out earlier and earlier and earlier, and it's just making things harder. Just work for the amount of work that needs to go into this stuff.
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's just used to just be more the Thursday on.
For me, I still need to capitalize on golf season before the weather gets bad.
There you go.
You're where? You're Massachusetts?
Southern New Hampshire. I'm right on the New Hampshire-Massachusetts line.
Yeah.
Same thing. I'm in the same boat with the weather. It's fall. The leaves are starting to drop. Got a couple of months left here. I mean, if that, maybe 5 really good weeks. Hope for a good November, and then it's over.
Yeah. It's like people are saying go on the live under 31.5 at plus money. I don't want the under. I still think that there's touchdowns here, whether it's offensive or defensive. I think once the Patriots get into throwing the ball, some crazy shit could happen.
Right, for sure.
But this third down is big into determining what that live total ends up being.
I'd like to think the Jets are at least going to get another touchdown, and then things are going to get crazy maybe with the Patriots either.
Yeah.
A backdoor touchdown at the end, or like you said, anything could happen with a defensive TD, something like that. And I'd like that. I wouldn't like the defensive TD, but I got over 37.5.
I'm interested to see what this flag. But by the way, this is vintage Rodgers right now. Like,
oh yeah,
he got destroyed after he passed his ball too. Like, that's 100% a roughing call. Has to be a roughing call. That is, ball is out. Oh, I see what they were talking about. Oh, this is the shove. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I wonder what that's all about. I have no idea. Someone's going to ask him about that after the game, though.
Yeah, I don't know what came before that, but I just saw it on Twitter earlier.
Alternate angle shows him dapping him up beforehand.
So you think it's just like he was like a fired up type of thing?
Yeah.
It looked awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he has a no hugging policy. No. Right.
It's bad. Rough joke. Womp womp. I'm just trying to. Okay, so next week home to Denver. Week 5. Oh, Sam Darnold revenge game week 5. Jets at Vikings. Nice. Okay. What's Rodgers at passing right now? He hit 250 right there. That's big for some SGP stuff. Do you do anything with the SGPs? Have you gone into there at all?
I haven't gone into that yet. I know. Well, we did a lot of round robins last year just to get around some stuff, but not strictly SGPs.
Yeah, there's
but there will probably be a day when that has to happen, but that day hasn't come yet.
There's some good stuff there. There's so many options. It's got to be really hard for them to price every aspect of these games, right? And
100%.
And a lot of it just moves off of the game line as well, because there's like a new simulation that happens. But just I have so many that I'm trying to see what I'm even rooting for at this point. Like it's Brissett rush yards would be nice. That would be nice.
What was that, like 13.5?
I got some alts though. So it's
not
not.
Right, yeah. Right.
It's not, I just need some like a big run on if he even stays in the game. That's the problem. This is the first, like, Jason, you're allowed to come on, Jason. You're fine. I'm approving of it. Have we had we've had shit primetime games this year, but we haven't had one of these yet, have we?
Not a blowout dog shit.
Yeah, this is like dog shit blowout Thursday night football. I got a tea time in the morning. That's all I could even really think about right now. I couldn't get you out, Jason. I would have if I could.
I'm just scrolling through my phone. I didn't see a text message from you at all. That's weird. Okay, interesting.
No, it's So this is up in Moretto land. I got to get to.
Are you golfing with Moretto?
No. I would never take that guy out to golf.
Okay.
Never take that guy out to golf.
I was gonna say, if you're golfing with him first, like, come on.
Yeah.
Well, there goes a lineman.
Yeah. That's Moses. It's funny because it's like it's such a blowout game, and the Jets. He looks like he's in big pain. Like he's doing the full roll, face plant into the turf type of situation. China, by the way, I was very disappointed to hear that you did not reach your weight goal that you set for yourself.
I know, right? And it wasn't even much. It was like 2 pounds a week for like 12 weeks or something. And I was close, and I could have easily hopped in the sauna, but I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking pay it. I don't want to kill myself in the sauna for the last day or whatever, because I've done that before on a weight loss bet, and it's torture.
Yeah, I see. I luckily, like, when it's been 15 years ago, but I used to have access to a lot of UFC fighters that used to come through the studio, and they used to talk about like that final weight cut when you
it's the worst.
That's really tough.
Yeah,
really
tough. The last weight cut I did, so this was to win like a 10K bet to lose 100 pounds in a year, and I think I didn't drink water for like 24 hours, and then I had to sweat like 7 pounds out of the sauna in like early in the morning that morning, and I did it, but it was just like the worst thing ever. The worst was rehydrating,
right?
Because your body it's just in a state of shock, doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, totally.
But
understand.
But from losing that, I'm giving away 10 player prop bets, $500 a piece, and I'm probably going to release the first one to a user tomorrow night. So
you picked random users that follow you on Twitter?
They had to like, follow, and retweet, and then I just picked 10 at random out of whoever did that. So,
wow, look at this guy. It's like you're running the content business over here. All they had to do was like, follow, and retweet, and they're eligible for a free bet on. That's cool.
There was maybe, I don't know, 15 people, maybe 20 people that like did all three. So, all it took was for me to get lazy, and now they get some free EV.
Yeah, it's good.
I'll probably release the first one tomorrow night
for a Sunday game.
No, I'm going to release it probably for a college football game tomorrow night, the Nebraska game.
I would like it if I got a college football prop. It feels like it's easier to beat those markets than NFL.
Yes, it is to a certain extent. If you have to keep up with a lot, but if you keep up with a lot, it can be beneficial just because the rotations are always changing. The quarterbacks get changed a lot. Coaches have quick hooks on guys a lot. So there's just a lot of different angles that you can attack it than you can't attack in the NFL. There's many, many different angles like that. And the other thing is like the point spread differentials. When you have a 36-point spread, like, 4 or 5 times a week, you don't see that in the NFL. So
yeah,
if you can figure out angles there, then, it could be very good.
I hear you. This was, by the way, the most NFL ending to the third quarter ever. Players rolling around in pain on the ground. They go to commercial. They come back. They blow the play in, and it goes to the fourth. Clock runs and goes to the fourth quarter. China, all the best, man. Appreciate you joining here in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And I guess whoever gets those free bets from you, I'll wish them luck as well.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to need luck with the one I give out tomorrow. I'll post it on Twitter too. So
beauty.
There.
All right,
thanks for having me on. All right,
Jason.
Just before you go, chat. Yeah, just before you go, chat's been asking this entire time. When do you usually play props? Is it always same day, or do you sometimes play stuff in advance? Sorry to keep you on here.
No, yeah. I start when they open, so I'll play openers and some stuff. Some stuff I'll barrel it off, move the line. Other stuff I'll play it small, hope that it gets to later in the week. And if it gets to later in the week, yeah, I'll play a lot on game days. A good amount of volume on game days. Obviously, the ROI is a lot lower, but you can get a lot more down.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
People are all saying good luck on the weight loss as well. So,
all right, thanks a lot.
China, take care, man. Appreciate it.
All right, have a great night.
At China Maniac on Twitter, if you want to give him a follow. Really, really great guy. I've got to spend some time with him a few times in person. Super cool dude. $5 donation for another 20 seconds of airtime for Jason. That's a quarter per second right there, Jason. A quarter per second. If only you could make that more often. And not on the streets. Wow. Look at this.
We're counting it down.
You can.
I was going to ask.
You're allowed to talk.
I was going to ask if Cam is ever going to. First of all, Jeff's going to be on time, which he is. Good for Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff, we love you. Is Cam ever going to be on these streams?
Cam does a live show during the streams. Cam Stewart is a friend of mine. I used to work with him at the Score back in the day. I already saw this question here. What methods did you use to guard your sandwich from Cam? This is very much an inside story or joke. But the first time I ever met Cam, I was an intern at Hardcore Sports Radio. I went to Quiznos and got 2 subs for $10. I came back to the office. I ate one and I hid. First of all, I ate the first one. And this guy, Richard Garner, comes up to me. And he's like, you going to eat those like right here? I'm like, am I not allowed to eat in the news pit? He's like, no. If Cam's around and he sees this, you're going to have to share it with him. I'm like, okay, so what should I do? He's just like, hide the second one. So I ate the first sub while Cam was on air. I hid the second one underneath my jacket, which was hanging from like a rack and on this bookshelf. And I shit you not, Cam walks out of the studio. He's like mid-conversation asking people like for picks that night. Like, what are we betting for baseball or whatever? And then he just pauses mid-sentence and he starts sniffing. And he's like, and he fucking sniffed his way to that sub, grabbed it, held it up and said, look, everybody, free subs. And that was it. Free subs. I did tell this before. Jay Dilly knew this. You kind of have to know Cam to believe it. Jeff Feinberg certainly knows Cam, and he definitely would not. It's a very believable story if you know Cam.
Yeah,
that's your cue, Jason. By the way, just to bring in Jeff. You were very concerned with being on air there and didn't bring Jeff in. Hey, Jeff.
Rob, speaking of sandwiches, Cam, he likes to take credit for it. It's one of the weirder things, but he mentioned it on your show with Pat and him earlier today. He always hated Jared from Subway. Now, I know whether it was a guy who got free subs or was losing weight or just had a program that worked for him. But Cam despised Jared from Subway before any revelations ever happened. So
okay.
He likes like crime and those confrontational Dateline shows. So he likes to see himself as like, people like Gaydar. Like he's like, yeah, I sniffed that guy out.
Yeah, exactly. I will say this. Here's my theory. I remember this. You might remember this as well. One point when we were working together, Subway raised the prices of their subs. And he went and he came back to the office and he was pissed. He's like, can you fucking believe these guys extra this? And then he just went on this long rant about Jared. He's like, fuck that guy, Jared. I fucking like they're paying him. I know how much they're paying him and whatever. I think that was the start of him hating Jared, the fact that they raised their prices. And, Cam he's always been that's a penalty.
I'm in a good mood, Rob, because I'm like, well, it's far from over. I'm like heavy Jets. Like I love the Jets.
Yep.
Love them. I really wanted to use them in Suicide. My friends sort of talked me off it. I'm not thrilled about that, but all in, like me loving
Survivor, not S word. You can't say that on YouTube. That's actually not even a joke.
Oh yeah, we don't condone
unaliving.
We want you to live your best life. Live your best life.
I guess it's just that's like one of those things that can date you. Because like they don't, I'm sure they haven't called it that in like years.
Yeah, I mean it is apt for like what it is. Like I'm not saying people want to kill themselves afterwards, but you feel pretty down in the dumps.
Yeah. So now we've even got some under. I guess at this point I'm just sweating the under. So let that clock tick. But
I need 2 more Aaron Rodgers passing attempts. If I don't get them on this drive, I'm gonna be very upset.
The same way Cam likes to negotiate with you, like people for a point spread or something, like you guys for the half points.
Pause for 1 second. I'm going to cut you off really quickly. Jason, bring up the odds and see if we got odds on Isaiah Davis anytime touchdown right now. Isaiah Davis. I don't really need to see the Aaron Rodgers gif. In the touchdown scores, do we have an Isaiah Davis? No, keep an eye on that. We're going to keep that open just to see. He's in the game right now, so that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead, Jeff.
It doesn't matter where Cam went. Like this, he wouldn't, like if he was building your sub and he was there, it doesn't matter what it was. Like he was asking for more, like in the building process. If he was at the
click. Isaiah Davis 45-1. 45-1. Anytime touchdown. You got to click it. You got to click.
Running back?
Yeah, he's in the game. He's got 2 carries in a row right now. I hope he didn't get hurt here.
Jason's fat fingers moving slow or what?
No, I can't. This isn't my I'm not logged into this account. I have my account on my other.
I got it. Oh, not much. Whatever. We will take 20 to win 900 in a very, very quick bet. Wow, great catch, Mike Williams. All right, like sorry, Jeff.
No, I'm saying he wouldn't be like that lady with the ladle at like Canada's version of Panda Express. Like it's like, one more. And this after he's paid, after what he's agreed to, like he's looking for an extra. Oh, I love Cam. I miss Cam.
I used
he's a hard guy to like get. He's a hard guy to get in real life, despite Jason's brother spotting him at a bar during like TIFF.
Yes, they refused to give him extra like meat at Quiznos. It always used to upset him because they weighed the meat right before. But at Subway, when he used to go there, he would tell him to run it through the garden twice. That was
Burger
his
King,
line.
Whoppers, yeah.
Oh, Burger King Whoppers.
Through the garden twice.
you know what? I'm very happy with where I am in life now. I enjoy my life. But to live 1 week, like just what I would give up to live one more week at hardcore sports radio.
Yeah. Yes and no.
1 week, not 1 month, 1 week.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Yeah, maybe it wasn't so fun for you having to fucking do graphics.
Maybe
for the
like just
website.
a couple shifts. Like maybe just a couple shifts.
Yeah.
After 4 o'clock. like, specifically after 4 o'clock, once people with the real job started to leave the office.
So Braylon Allen, you got to get out of the game, Braylon Allen. We got to get Allen out of the game.
So the thing about those places, Rob, is like truly after like 5:15, it becomes a bit of a playpen. Because like everyone with real jobs leaves, and now it's just like, okay, like yes, people are still there working, but like no, like unless you're gonna get narked out, like no one's like everyone is just up to whatever they want, kind of.
The night shifts there were absurd, man. The shit that went on at night over there, holy fuck. I mean, the shit that went on during the day, never mind. Like CEO John Levy used to walk the building.
We've said it before, but and if Levy had the idea, I'm sure he like might have actually done it. But in the same way that Barstool does a bit of like a stool scenes, like create like a half hour's worth of content out of just like behind the scenes at the office for the week. Yep. You're like, there was more than enough, I think, every week through that organization, top to bottom. Oh,
it was absurd. It was absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Mayo, or what did you guys accuse me? What trend was I accused of snarfing?
No, I went back and looked. It came up in our Forward Progress chat.
Which was it?
Hitman said that he thinks the Texans have the best roster in football.
Oh, that's like no, but also that's like a generic comment. Like, who's the team to challenge the Chiefs? Like,
yeah, but
we've given that to the Bills, we've given that to the Bengals. Like now it's the Texans.
No, I'm not denying that. But it just came up in the same week that Hitman said it in the group chat, and once Mayo said it, heard me say it as well. I had to throw the blame on.
And then I don't care. Not like you guys could besmirch a 29 effort sample size. This overtime off a Thursday, but fuck that. That's in like third place. Defensive captain out. Offensive line injuries. And then this is this is Aaron Rodgers' return to MetLife. I'm not really much for motivation, but come on.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Like my biggest case on this game, I don't know which show you said you watched, but I'm still not off my priors. I think the Jets are awesome, and I don't know like if the Patriots are first overall bad, but I'm still like on my priors with this game. So I didn't move off any of it.
Okay, but which teams can you move off? Like, are you on priors?
I can move off my priors because they went into Dallas, who never lose a regular season home game, and beat the freaking shit out of them.
Sure. But the Patriots beat the Bengals on the road, and they lost to Seattle in overtime.
Did you ever watch that game? The Bengals were so lifeless. Like every part of them was lifeless, especially on their defensive line. And Burrow, I don't know, it was weird. It was just a really weird game. The Bengals, the Patriots didn't even do anything. Brissett can't even throw downfield. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you off your priors on the Chargers? Because you thought they were going to be terrible. Right?
I thought they'd be mediocre.
Yeah.
I thought they'd be mediocre. And they still might be mediocre, but they can win a lot of games with their schedule.
They sure can. They sure can. Jason, Jason, you could stay, man. It's okay. It's the fourth quarter. It's fucking 24-3 game. You don't have to
No, Jeff was talking about the Bengals game. They were lifeless. They were worse than lifeless. The Mike Gesicki dropped the ruled no touchdown that was ended up being a drop in the end zone, whatever. That was brutal. And then the fucking Drew Sample cut that guy and never let him play football again for the rest of his life for running into the end zone and fumbling on the goal line, basically.
And I don't even know why they
losing it,
punted
and then
at the end of that game.
the punts, don't get me
give-
started. Like,
whatever. I don't know. That was
I was screaming at my TV because I'm used to saying this watching college football. Don't get rid of his scholarship to Drew Sample. Like, just fucking enough with his scholarship. But no, it's a paycheck, bro. Fucking cut that guy, man. Like, and he started catching passes next week.
no.
Yep.
That was and he fumbled last week too. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, sorry.
You're very
heated.
upset. You're very
I was
upset.
just like, I don't know. Jets. I think the Jets are like legitimately good.
Yeah, they. I mean,
I disagree, but
yeah.
he did
I
fumble
will.
last week, by the way.
The Jets fans are very optimistic right now. Like Chris Dierkes
Let 'em have
tweeted,
it.
haven't been this optimistic about the Jets in the last 15 years. Rodgers looks so good. My private
see-
group chat, the Jets are back from my buddy Slim Brian
Tim
Rice.
said they look like the 99 Rams, Rob.
Like, these guys have gone off the rails, man. It's the fucking Patriots. It's the Patriots. It's so good.
Who do they play out with this extra rest? Who can they stack another win against?
They play the Broncos. Home to the Broncos. Home to the Broncos.
And then
Nathaniel Hackett revenge game. Nathaniel
you're
Hackett
right.
revenge game.
There was one of those last year, though, in Denver. The Jets played in Denver. They won.
Yeah,
The
it was
Jets
very.
won.
Yeah, that was a Zach Wilson game, though. I think. Do we have anything live in play that's a major sweat right now? I got so much that I'm sorting through in real time here. It's really tough to do these.
Austin Hooper overhit. Antonio Gibson anytime touchdown. Hunter Henry anytime touchdown.
Yeah,
we still have that
Yep.
like parlay that you gave out earlier in the show. Actually, it was Patriots 10.5, so that might be
Thanks,
dead, if I remember
chat.
correctly.
No, it's 6.5. Thank you to all the people in the chat. I'm gonna take the role of blaming everybody else. I give up one best bet on forward progress. I get a friggin' million mentions from people like, "Oh, way to go with the Giants." Now it's on you people. I asked what we want to build the SGP around. We got an overwhelming vote on Patriots. Overwhelming.
Can I tell you what I want to rant about the most, like in the NFL right now?
You listen, Jeff. What one thing you don't have to do is ask about these things.
Well,
Like,
I'll just
you're
tell you,
good, man.
it's that little prick Sean Payton, and like the way I take in a lot of content from like a lot of like gambling content to a lot of like league wide minutia content.
Yep.
This guy, the way he was victory lapping Bo Nix's preseason performances, and like,
I know.
you know, those in training camp, you know, when like the networks go or like a Kay Adams goes and, you know, they get these great interviews, and the way he was like gloating that he like played the draft board, that he like goated, he had teams thinking he was doing things and you know, was playing mind games with the Vikings. That lady's gulp visor has been like seeping into his brain. Okay. Yeah. The way, like, I can't stand the guy, but just the way he was Vic lapping Bo Nix, being like, the praise that like internet goobers were giving Bo Nix for his preseason performances, and Sean Payton acting like he's the smartest fucking guy in the world. Like, I hope it's 2 weeks and Denver maybe they can win this week. Actually, maybe don't mind them with the points, but no.
Denver can win.
And Sean Payton's got enough equity, Rob. And I'm not even saying that the organization is wrong, even though I don't like him. Like, he will for sure either get to bring in another veteran or draft another quarterback. Like,
I agree.
Bo Nix will not be the last starting quarterback that Sean Payton is a part of the Broncos using a lot of capital for, be it a high pick or like a big free agent or something in the next coming years. Like he'll get to do it again.
I'm trying to think, like the quarterbacks that were all going to come up next year all got locked up, right? It was Dak, it was Tua, it was
I guess
Goff, Allen, Love. Is there like I guess Fields, right? Fields is still
Fields would be the one. Lawrence got locked up, but
are you trying to go through teams that are going to need quarterbacks next year in your mind? Is that what it is?
No, I'm just seeing who Sean Payton
who might be free agent. That's what he's trying to
I see.
Like if they go through a full season of Bo Nix and he sucks, I'm with Jeff. Like I think he'll be afforded a lot of flexibility to still go after a quarterback.
And it's listen, 14th overall with the modern like pay scale of the draft picks, like a coach you hate, like any coach is a lot like that's like teams fuck up 14th overall all the time. Like I'm not saying ruining 14th overalls and like should get anyone fired. But you know, quarterbacks will cost you a little longer. So it's not even like this is a huge investment. And if Denver's like horrible, like worse than the league horrible, then I start cheering for them because I don't want them to get first overall. Like that's not what I'm here for either.
I completely agree.
I don't think that like who would
be Brock Purdy.
Overall?
Jordan's right in the chat.
Purdy.
I think Brock Purdy's probably the best quarterback without a contract for next year.
Darnold doesn't have one for next year.
Now.
I mean, if Darnold has a great year, they'll sign him, though. Bryce Young, I mean...
They might not sign Darnold. They got J.J. McCarthy. How much could they pay?
That's true.
They might have a choice.
They could choose to deal McCarthy before he even plays a game for the Vikings.
Kirk Cousins might be available. That's also not wrong.
Yeah. Remember last year when no one wanted to give up a first for Lamar Jackson?
That's the dumbest shit ever. I know you never.
Imagine there's 0% chance of this happening. By the way, Russell Wilson going back to Sean Payton hates Russell Wilson, hates him.
Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Jacoby Brissett, Andy Dalton, Jarrett Stidham, Justin Fields, Joe Flacco, Jameis Winston. That's pretty much it.
It's not good.
We're going deep here.
Someone got like a tea kettle.
I was about to ask the same thing. That's definitely
is that you? Is your house is the vape stuck? What's going on there?
No, maybe I'm like.
Do you hear that?
Wait up. Everyone, 10 seconds of quiet. There's something going on here, man. There's like a fucking poltergeist in here or something.
I don't hear anything.
They don't hear it? Am I the only one who hears it?
I hear it.
That's a kettle, right?
That's
it. Oh shit, I hear it. I have good ears, man. I hear it. Okay, we have to do this one more time.
Maybe I'm like maybe I'm like a fat piece of shit and I'm wheezing. I don't know.
No. It sounds like a tea kettle in the distance.
I don't know, like you made me think the baby's crying or something upstairs.
No, it's not a baby.
Not a cry. It's not a cry. It's like a consistent.
I mean, one person thinks it's Jeff wheezing. The other person says it's not a wheeze, but that was the PGP blowing.
I wonder if it's the program we're using and only we can hear it. This is so weird.
No. There's people that can hear it. Like these people hear it now. Teapot, spooky, something's going on. Your wife's making tea, very possible.
No, my wife's asleep.
One second. No, there's no response. My wife is in the basement. She's not making anything.
Rob, I muted you and I for that, and then I was progressively toggling Jeff on and off mute, and it was every time I muted Jeff, it would cut out. Like, look, it's going to cut out right now because I muted Jeff. Now it's going to start.
It's on Jeff's side. It's on Jeff's side. Wow.
Is it still there?
Jeff, you don't have anyone locked in the basement, do you?
No, but is it still there? Because I just
what did you do?
I
What'd you
just
do?
turned my mic
Toggled.
on and off. Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone now.
Okay, so it's just a sort. I don't know.
Wow, the whole time, Jeff. The whole time. I heard that. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, who's making a tea in the background? It was messing me up, man. It was messing me up. Well, okay, we got to the bottom of that. That's how we fill fourth quarters and blowout games, people.
Right.
That's how we,
Yeah, that was good audio engineering.
well, I mean, let's, if we were running a professional operation, we would have done a mic check before you came on and stuff like that. But we don't run a professional operation.
We can't have a mic check if I'm putting out odds of -200 of Jeff coming in muted. How could we that?
Well, I put out odds of -1,000 earlier that Jeff would know what hanging with Mr. Cooper is.
Absolutely, I do. That was that was a sitcom. And Rodney Pete's wife, I forget her name, is in that show. But yeah, Mr. Cooper.
Yep.
And there was the other one. What about In the House?
In the House, I remember too. Hanging with Mr. Cooper only
In the House was with LL Cool J.
LL Cool J was in the House. Hanging with Mr. Cooper was actually Jason's cousins, actually. His aunt and uncle in that show. The Coopers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jason sent me a message this morning if I knew who the trending hippo was.
Polly
Rob,
Robinson. Polly Robinson is the name. Yes.
No. So you guys are. I was gonna preface this, but you guys are talking about your boomer stuff. So I wanted to keep you up to date. Make sure that
we're not boomers, by the way. We've established this already. We're actually in the same group as you, if you recall.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Well, you were the one that pulled it up on screen, if you recall. So yes.
Well, whoever was the producer that day fucked up. But are you familiar? Chat. You can let me know. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with the Moo Dang.
Rob, I would have bet no for Rob.
I would have bet no too.
In football season, like there's no way. Rob, just look
don't Google it. Don't Google it.
anything.
Don't Google it.
I know what it is because of my wife. So I think I think I know what it is, right? It's the can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
The hippo, right?
Yeah, Moo Dang.
Yeah. I'm familiar. If it's an animal thing, I would have seen it.
Yeah,
honestly. Okay. Yeah. That's it's really tough. I see a video of this thing every day, man. Moo Dang is. Oh man,
it's so good.
It's really so good, man.
It's really good. I just wanted to like Moo Dang. I what
Moo rocks. I don't know why I find this so funny.
Okay. I was always wondering though for Moo Dang, is it supposed to be a play on the wall dang, or is that
where
just
is
like
he from?
He's
in
from
China?
Thailand, I think.
Is it in China? Like where?
No, Thailand, I believe.
Okay.
Is it supposed to be a play on Luol Deng? Holy shit! Oh my god! Chosen, you got to stop watching conspiracy docs and get with the times, dude. Conspiracy docs, fucking. Oh man.
Someone's saying it's a Thai translation.
Rob, what do you make of what happened to that Kansas City Chiefs line today?
Pretty big group that's local to us. Just annihilated the entire board, and they bet a lot of money, and they're usually pretty good when they bet a lot of money.
But that's just going to set up to like, not that I'm sure it doesn't. How do I put this? The reaction on Sunday is just going to be a flood of Chiefs money, wouldn't it? I mean, I lean Atlanta, but I didn't bet it earlier. I don't want to bet it now. But like anyone that you know what I mean? Like anyone that you or I know outside of the internet, like if they lose money on Sunday, they're going to try to win it all back on the Chiefs laying a field goal.
Yeah. So Sportsbook will have a decision as to whether or not they want to take a position on the game. Drake May's in there, and he almost threw an interception on his first pass. Not great.
He's going to die.
Austin Hooper.
I guess the Jets.
I don't know why they would do. I still don't think this is the right move. I know it's a blowout. I mean, what is the score? It's 24-3, right? Yeah.
How many points were in the second half? Just the touch of 10.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Yeah, they handed off Gibson. I'm sorry. My wife is there, and she's telling me that she heard everything. I think she heard the Mudang conversation, and she's Mudang.
Ask her if she thinks he's named after Luol Deng.
Diana.
She doesn't. She won't even know what that is. She's not going to know what a Luol Deng is.
She's not going to come back here.
Ask her if
she's not going to come back.
Ask her if she's seen Moo's brother Luol.
I want to, but she does not want. Are you familiar with Mudang? You know Mudang. You show me the videos. Do you know Moo's brother Luol? You ever heard of Luol Deng? No.
You gotta look him up. You can look him up. Yeah, look at Luol Deng.
Oh, Jason.
This is like Impractical Joker. This is great.
She has no idea what's going on right now. She was just shook her head like, no. Did I miss Drake May's first completion? No, I just got it right now. No game.
He ran and got smoked.
He scrambled for 1 yard, man.
Yeah.
Keeping the chains moving.
They're going to get him killed. Like, based on what we watched Brissett have to do tonight, if I was a Patriots fan, I don't know that I'd want them playing Drake May.
I agree. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But they're going to run the ball, take some straight. Yeah, exactly. Just now, Gibson again.
I guess the Jets probably have all their backups.
Sauce is still in. I saw.
Okay, then I don't like this.
Yeah, this is.
I guess. I mean, he can hand off, get his first time, like calling a play in a huddle. Sure,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Just see it like Brissett was a beating, took a beating tonight. Some plays he was no chance. That left tackle rookie.
No, I know. Yeah, there was some, the problem was they ran a lot of play action early in the game, and by the time he faked the handoff to the running back, he turned around. He was just like guys in his face. You can't run play action if you can't pass protect. Do we have a record on the jersey that you've worn this year, Jason? I'm just curious if there's something to this.
I don't think so. I can go back and get that for next stream. I gotta Eagles won. Eagles won. Eagles
Good
lost.
luck, J-Rod.
1-1.
Yeah. I'm not asking for you to count it on the spot here.
I can't count it on the spot.
This is bad.
I can't count on the spot.
Bad radio. This is bad radio.
I don't think the Patriots will kick a field goal.
I don't think so. I don't know. Mayo did play under Belichick for a while, and Belichick would kick a field goal here just to get the points. When was the last time you saw them not go to a commercial break at the 2-minute warning?
I kind of think it's something they do a bit lately.
Yeah. They've used up the ad inventory. They don't need to take any more commercials. Hey, why is this guy so confused about everything?
Have you seen the meme of the guy, the old dude, where it's like
Asia Dave, I want to like you, but you've been very confused for this whole stream about everything. Tons of questions.
Rob, I don't know if you remember this, but there was someone, I'm not certainly not going to name any names, but there was someone who worked at the Score, a female, who would complain how cheap Luol Deng was. That he would fly her I don't
know. I don't even know who you're talking about.
I put her name
I have a guess. Chat. I have a guess. Okay, I know exactly.
She's very
that was my guess. Yeah. Totally remember this. Yes.
Yeah. Not very, very cheap, at least back in the day. But I guess when maybe you have to hide things from your wife or assuming, then it's a different story.
I would agree. 4th and 8. Are they going to kick or are they going to go? They're going to go because they want to bury some live unders, right?
Yeah, live unders. They're going to try to let Drake May run a 2-minute drill, throw a touchdown pass. Not on this play, but ooh, interesting.
Oh, he's got some legs.
Yeah,
Drake. Love the Drake. Going to see a lot of Seinfeld love the Drake quotes about this guy.
What was it? 3rd 27. What was the it was about 39s, 38s. Okay, yeah, pretty shitty Thursday night football. Thursday night football next week, I believe, is the Cowboys, Rob. Your very own Cowboys? Do I remember that right?
Thursday night next week is Dallas and the Giants. I will be in LA for that game, nowhere near the game. Jacob Gramenia, one of our producers, and unfortunately a sad Giants fan, will be at that game as well. Yeah. I'm telling you, this is my feeling right now. Ravens beat the Cowboys this week. Giants, in some miraculous fashion, pull out a win against the Browns.
You're not. Are you like? Come on.
I'm dead serious.
You see that like the Cowboys are that flawed at the moment?
No,
okay, finish where you're going.
And then the Cowboys destroy the Giants next week.
Oh, I thought you were making it like they were losing to the Giants. Okay. I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh my God. Is this the AI summary? This tweet that Red Wings fan 08 sent us. You can get an AI summary of a video as it's going on in real time. I'm going to give this to this tweet is a summary. Pull it up, please.
Rob,
we need larger. We're blind. Viewers think that they hear strange noises coming from Jeff's house, and they're speculating on what it could be. Some think it's a tea kettle, others think it's a tool chest, and still others think it's something supernatural. The streamer himself does not seem to be aware of the noises. This is so
good. How do you get that? How do you get that?
This is the most insane thing.
Yeah, it actually works well though. It's kind of crazy.
It's amazing. That got it perfect. Wow, Drake May.
You know how long it would have taken me to write a summarizing paragraph for like a teacher?
But that's precisely what happened. When you see it spelled out like that, it sounds like we're insane people. Like it's actually insane. But it is a spot on assessment of what's going on. Wow.
How do I get this? I need to get this like at all times. Is it just always?
Where's that from?
I've seen it on YouTube before, but like I don't know how to make it come up.
That is incredible.
What an incredible way to end the game. He just takes a sack and they just said, "Fuck it, like we're done here." We're done. Well,
I'm not gonna lie. I watched 0 of the 4th quarter.
Well, you know what? J-Rod nailed the under 28.5 plus 280. Congrats, J-Rod. Congrats, J-Rod. All right. We got to wrap this up.
Later, boys.
All right, Jeff. Have a good night, my man. Jeff Feinberg, everyone. Coming live from fucking Poltergeist house. Tea kettle noises and all. That was something else. Appreciate everyone in here. Before we go, if you enjoyed the chat today, do 2 things. If you enjoyed the stream today, I guess if you enjoyed the chat as well, smash the like button down below. Also, just drop a 1. 1 if you liked what went on here tonight. 2 if you didn't. I'm okay if you put a 2. I love the feedback anyways. But let us know down in the chat below. Appreciate all of you. As always, check out Fanduel if you haven't already. Very happy that they're sponsoring Forward Progress this year. Great product. Very easy to do content with, as they just have a million options in real time. So really excited about that. For myself, Rob Pizzola. For our guest tonight, Suma, Jets fan, will be happy about the win. Not sure about the lost bet. Sammy P, China Maniac, Jeff Feinberg, my producer, Jason Cooper, who tried to keep his screen time down tonight and then stayed on for the entire fourth quarter. But we needed him. We needed him here. Thanks for tuning in. I am back Sunday morning. We are back here next on Saturday. Make sure you have bell notifications on Saturday for when Hitman's prop video drops. He's honestly such a good prop bettor. Demario Douglas tonight went over by like a mile. He gave that out on his service. Make sure you check that out here, Forward Progress, on Saturday. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace out.